There's a lot of
Wisdom.
pressure on you, Toast, right now. There, just know,
A
like,
lot of pressure.
yeah,
Oh
you
boy.
should be very nervous, dude. Like, people are dying of
Oh man.
anticipation to see this
I'm more
conversation,
hyped
dude.
than anything, bro. I've been hyped for this for like the whole day.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? My name is Colinies, and welcome back to episode number 3 of The Player's Perspective. This one is going to be featuring my boy Toast. Toast
What is
is
up?
widely considered the best Young Link player in the world. You know, you might know him from his legendary top 8 run at Frostbite, where he was absolutely cracked, and
Yeah.
ended up taking names such as Sam Sora, Light, Rafi X, the GOAT himself. Lots of,
Rafi
I mean, that's
freaking
I saved the
X.
best win for last. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, that is just a small part of this man's resume. The wins he's been able to stack up over the last, I mean, shit, 6 months of offline competition. You kind of came out of
Yeah.
nowhere. Like
Yeah.
I didn't even know who the fuck
It's
you
been
were
a
the
while.
first time I
It's been
saw
around,
you. I
man.
didn't know who the hell you were.
Yeah.
It's just this
Oh,
dude who
man,
played Young
that-
Link, and I'm like, yo, hold up. But we're gonna
No,
get to that
man.
part of the story in a little bit.
Yeah,
First
that's an important
things
one.
first.
Mhm.
When the hell did you start playing Smash?
When did I start playing Smash?
Yeah.
All right. So
Actually, don't know this.
I got a little backstory for you.
Okay,
So,
all right.
My first ever game was Smash 64, but you don't need to really worry about that.
Uh-huh.
So I played Melee a bit as a kid, but fast forward to it was around 2014. I was actually in a hospital learning how to walk again because I had broken both my knees.
Damn.
And one of my friends introduced me to like Pokemon, or like they got me into Pokemon pretty much. And I decided to get a 3DS for my birthday, and then I realized that Smash is coming out soon on the 3DS. I was like, oh yeah, that was my childhood game or whatever. I should definitely get that, and I did.
Okay.
And I started playing out on Pokemon Showdown.
Yeah.
There is a Smash Bros. Chat for Pokemon Showdown.
Oh, okay.
And that's where I first started playing games.
Wow, really? So on 3DS?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so you were a 3DS
game.
boy too.
Yeah.
3DS was an interesting time, dude. Did you
Yeah,
did
it
you break a
was.
circle pad, or were you
It
not
was.
mashing that
I
hard?
did. I never did, but my circle pad's like worn out.
Yeah, same. I
crazy.
never broke mine, but like it was about 2 days away from being completely
Yeah.
chalked. Like that shit was
It's still crazy.
that was terrible. Were you part of the code frenzy for the beta for Smash 3DS? You remember that shit?
No, I wasn't.
Dude, I remember
Nah.
back in the day when
Yeah.
they dropped that demo, it was like if you were a Club Nintendo Gold member or some shit like that, then they
Oh,
sent you a
boy.
code for the demo of Smash 3DS, and the
Oh.
frenzy, the race for codes, like, I mean, Twitch chats were just going absolutely dummy, and I remember I got a code from Shofu's chat, and I booted that shit up for the first time, and I was just
Oh,
like,
man.
yo, I have no idea how to play this game at all. I have no fucking clue.
Dude, that's why I play. That's why I use L for my grab.
Oh, okay,
actually.
okay.
Yeah, dude, like Shofu, like watching his videos
Yep.
is like what really was like, oh shit, this game's really cool and I can play it.
That's
Like,
why I main
there's a
Fox in Smash
sequel
4. Because
Yeah,
Shofu main
yeah,
Fox,
yeah.
yeah. So I was
Yep,
like,
I remember.
who do I main? Well, I guess this is a character I see played a lot, so we'll take that, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like like I remember watching his Greninja video. And I was like, yo, Greninja's so cool and everything. And, like, that's the first character I kind of started playing.
So you were in the Pokemon, and did that lead to your first main?
I mean, like I like the first character I ever played was Greninja, but like when I first started like actually like competing competitively and everything like that on Pokemon Showdown, like I stood on 3 characters: Ness, Shulk, and Luigi. Bro, Repatch Luigi.
Yo, they don't
I-
know,
The
bro.
reason I'm talking to you right now, it gave me a career. Pre-patch Luigi with his broken 80% grab combo.
Dude, the Smash, like, I'm blown away constantly by how much of my audience did not play Smash 4.
Dude.
And especially the people that did not play early Smash
man.
4. Luigi was busted.
Bro, he was crazy.
Like, I will take this zero to death
Dude.
Luigi any day over down throw down. I mean, I guess he can kind of do that in this game,
Yeah.
but it was just unrivaled. Like, that character
Dude,
was
that character-
easy.
I remember watching Boss.
Yup.
and shit.
Dude, Boss was the king.
Dude, he was
the
the
king.
goat.
I thought he was the best player in the world, bro.
Dude, me too.
And I remember Majors started happening. Dude, I'd never heard about Boss one time, dude. Not one time, bro.
I know. I was like, when is it gonna travel? And
I
he
think
never did. I
Luigi
was
got
like,
patched right before CEO.
Yeah.
Yeah, that summer of
Yeah, I
Smash when
remember
things started
that.
popping off.
Oh man.
I think
So
Big
like,
House was was like Luigi's last hurrah. Cause I remember Anti brought out Luigi at Big House, and that was kind of the
oh
last time
yeah,
I really saw him until Elegant came out
yeah,
of nowhere
Elegant,
and
yeah.
fucking
He's
crackhead comboed everybody.
the goat.
But
Yeah,
yeah, man.
yeah,
So that's pretty interesting. When did
yeah. That's how
you?
it started.
How serious did you take the game at first? Were you just playing for fun, or did you kind of have
I was actually,
aspirations of being a competitor?
I was at first I just played the game because I loved it and it was like really really fun to me.
Uh
And then like I guess like I started competing like 3DS tournaments on the Pokemon show on Smash Bros. Chat.
huh.
And then eventually I learned through there about Andrew's Ladder.
Yes,
And that's
sir. I
where
had a
and
feeling,
very
dude. I had a feeling you were
a
an Andrews
very
fan.
very important like thing came about. I was playing like Luigi and Ness on Smash Ladder one day,
Mhm.
and
They
like
probably
what
hated your
happened,
fucking guts, dude.
dude. I fought this one Bowser main, and he was just like, oh yeah, you know you're pretty good. Do you want to join my crew? And that's
Mm.
when I joined a crew called Evil. And
Oh,
ever
really?
since
So
then,
you've been with
yeah,
your boys for that long?
yeah,
That's crazy. A lot of you guys
it's been
came up in
5 years.
Ultimate.
Yeah,
C
it's been
Stream
5
is
years
pretty
now.
nice. I'd be playing that dude at like
Yeah,
3 a.m.
he's one of my best
sometimes.
friends. He's one of my best friends.
Dude,
man.
he is one of the
Yeah.
people I dislike playing against the most in the entire world, bro.
He's played me so much.
Bro, his Charizard. I hate Charizard,
Oh
man. I hate
dude, his Charizard are so good.
It's so good. I hate these good ass
Yeah.
Charizards. It actually drives me insane. Because I can fight
Yeah.
Squirtle and Ivy all day, but Charizard, I mean,
That was the scariest one.
he's
to
a
be on, like,
thief,
YouTube.
bro. He
No, actually.
yes, like he actually robs you of games. But okay, so that's pretty interesting. You got on Anthers, and I'm guessing Anthers is when you started taking things like pretty damn serious. And you know, you started
that's what
following that
actually
motto
played.
on your shirt right there, California camping. You know what I mean? Like doing what you got to
You
do
already
out
know.
here, get these
Mhm.
dubs.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
did you start going to offline tournaments in Smash 4?
Okay, so like I didn't go to a tournament until it was after Corn came out.
Okay.
The first tournament I went to was it was called Just Roll With It. There's like
think I
there's an
remember
NC
that
series of tournaments
series.
called that.
Yeah.
Yeah. My first one was I think Just Roll With It 4. I think it
Okay.
was. And like I ended up getting 7th that tournament, and like I just came out of nowhere and I beat one of the PR players in North Carolina named Hood. He was a Yoshi player.
Okay. Your first
And,
PR win.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy. It was crazy, man.
Were you did
then,
you pop off? Were you pop off for back in the
Uh,
day?
No, I didn't pop off because I don't think I knew at the time that he was PR.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was one of those
Yeah.
situations. Yeah.
Yep.
That is did you start getting some buzz after that? Like people start getting
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh yeah, this Corn player is like really good, and he might be PR material. And then like after that, I went to a tournament like once every 6 months. If that, I like went to nothing after that because I was like 15, 16 when I started going,
Uh-huh.
and like I didn't have a car and I didn't have a license, so it
Yeah.
was just like
Your parents
Smash
were your
4
parents supportive? Like art to this
yeah, actually.
Okay, yeah.
They really were.
I figured.
Yeah, they were like, oh yeah, you know, I see you're doing well, son, and you played a lot. You
Making
know,
some
I-
cash, a little bit of
They
cash here and
supported
there.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Nothing like bringing home that first tourney win. You got a little bit of cash in your wallet. You're a young
Yeah.
dude.
Bro,
What was
I
your
bought,
first
like,
win
$10.
like? Did you win did you
Oh,
win a
man.
tournament in Smash 4?
No, actually.
Damn.
I didn't win my tournament until after Kent Combo 100 in Ultimate.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So
the
once you
weekly
beat
after
Colonies,
that-
wait, this is an important lesson. I try to
Oh,
tell
boy.
people this all the time. When you beat Colonies, you get gassed up. Like you start going on runs, bro. I'm telling you, this is so true. I do not know
Better
why,
for
but
everybody.
all right, we'll get to that. I mean, I'm not looking forward. It's a painful discussion, but we will cross that bridge eventually.
It was really important. all
So
that
did you
for me.
another thing real quick for the Smash 4 because I want to set up the context a little bit. Did you follow like the competitive scene like pretty like heavily?
I think ever since Apex 2015. or
Okay,
whatever,
yeah.
When, like the buzz,
Yup.
Rosa, Mewtwo King, Diddy, and everything.
Yo,
like
Nia
that.
Tono,
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
R, yeah.
Ever since then, I just followed the scene like always.
Okay, so who was like
Yeah.
some of your biggest like inspirations, some of your favorite players in that time period?
Probably like my favorite player was probably Foe because I played Ness.
Okay, yeah.
And obviously like boss and everything.
Foe was
like
so
that.
cool. Like he was like,
Dude, he was.
yeah, dude, he was like the king of pop-offs, and he played like really flashy and shit.
Yeah, he was pretty.
And his stream
cool,
was dope too, man.
Yeah, I used to go on the stream every now and then. I wasn't really too heavy on the streamers until like later.
Okay, makes sense.
Whenever I used to watch tournaments a lot mostly.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Like,
that's still what the
yeah.
majority of people do to this day.
Yeah.
So, but
Yep.
that's interesting. And then I know once Corrin came out, you definitely became a pretty big fan of a certain somebody that I know pretty well. Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh yeah, I'm a. So I actually played Lucas before Coin because
Uh-huh.
Lucas was the character I wanted the most.
So you knew about him. That's funny. You guys both, yeah. So people don't know Cosmos before he played Corrin in Smash 4, or yeah, in Smash 4 he played Lucas and
Did he?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh really? Yeah, he
Wow.
played Lucas and Pikachu. He co-mains
Corrin,
Lucas and
Lucas.
Pikachu. Yeah.
Oh man, yo, I didn't know that. Oh,
That's
wow,
actually funny.
cool.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
But yeah, dude, I remember like I remember I would just like watch like I think a Shockwave tournaments of Cosmos,
Yeah.
and like I was such a oh my god, I was such
He
a
was
big
a
fanboy of
he was a
Cosmos.
fucking tank at
Yeah,
Shockwave,
he was
bro.
just-
He was a
he was just-
menace.
He wasn't losing. Like I had so much faith in the character after watching him, and I was just like, man, I really love this character. I want to see where where Cosmos can take him or whatever. And like ever since then, I've been like a gigantic fan of Cosmos.
I feel that. I feel that. Do you remember that one
Yeah.
set he had at Shockwave where he like beat the dude by like only using pin the entire set?
I don't remember that, but
So there was this
if you
one
showed me,
time-
I might actually.
There was this one time and like he beat this dude in grand finals of a tournament. I'm pretty sure this is how it goes. He beat this dude in grand finals of a tournament and the dude was like salty as hell, like saying he only uses pin or whatever. He was like, "Oh well, if you want a money match, we can money match, and I'll actually only use pin."
Oh.
And then they did, and he like absolutely bodied him, like body bagged him.
Crazy. Damn.
And then I think they did it again, and I think he won
man.
again.
Yep. Sounds right.
One day I'll have Cosmos on. He can tell that full story, but yeah, that was Cosmos was a
I
little
don't
menace
doubt it.
down there in fucking Texas, man. They did not.
I don't. Yeah, he was just running everybody really.
So yeah, I mean, I don't want to spend too much time on Smash 4 because obviously the majority of your story takes place in Ultimate. But
Yeah.
it is
Go to
interesting,
anything.
like when you going out of Smash 4, like what did you think of your experience with the game? Like where did you think you were as a player, and what were some goals that you had for Ultimate?
All right, so like when Ultimate was announced or whatever, like I like in Smash 4, like I couldn't really go to much and I couldn't really like prove myself because I didn't have my license or whatever at the
Yeah.
time. So at the end of Smash 4, I couldn't really go to much. So like I felt like I was really improving a lot at the end of Smash 4, but I couldn't really account for it much. 'cause,
Yeah, I mean,
you
it
know,
was just the scene was kind of dead.
dying.
And,
The thing was dying so hard.
Yeah,
Like
it was
you know,
very
I started playing,
depressing.
like Eunice and stuff like that. But like. Like I was like one of those people who like joked around like, oh yeah, streaming Ultimate, but I knew it wouldn't be able to fix all my problems. So like, you know, I really went in with the mindset in Smash 4 to just try to get good at the game, just be better, really.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
that.
and
I feel that.
Yeah. And what do you call it? Like, I didn't like when the game was announced. I didn't know like if Corrin would come back and everything.
Uh-huh.
So like, I like came with the mindset like, oh yeah, you know, I might like have to pick up another character. So I was definitely prepared for that.
Yeah, that is interesting. Like a lot of people, if you weren't around for the very end of Smash 4, it's like it was kind of like commonly thought that like Corrin and Cloud, like they were chalked, like they were not coming
Can't
back.
get 'em
Mayo,
again.
like there
Yeah.
was no chance. Like they were just gonna, because we didn't know. What was your reaction to seeing the "Everyone Is Here" trailer?
Oh
What did
boy,
you?
so guess what? So like, I saw the Everyone Is Here trailer. The character I actually got hyped the most for was Young Link.
Really?
Yeah, so I played the Links in 4 as like pockets, and they were really, really fun to me.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh yeah, if they were like faster, and then you know, Toon Link not as floaty, I probably like I might even like co-main these characters.
Mm.
So like when I saw Young Link, like I popped off because I was like, oh, I used to play my melee, and I think he'll probably I like assumed he would be good enough a character to be at least viable.
Yeah, I thought he
So,
was gonna be
like-
like Lucas-ish good. You know what I mean? Because when I saw Young Link, I was like, oh shit, like this is. I'm gonna keep a close eye. Like I'm probably gonna just play Fox again, but I really wanted to be a Sheik main too. So I was like, I'll keep an eye on Young Link. And then right before the game came out, there started to be like all this hype about Young Link, like super
Young Link,
crazy.
dude, oh man, dude, like, he's taunted, he's broken, he has a lag, he has all these kill confirms, his frame data is broken.
Yeah, they were like
Dude,
gassing Young Link like crazy, bro. Have I
That's
ever
what
told you the
personally like.
Have I ever told you
I
the
was gonna
story
play
of the first time like I ever saw Tweak play Young Link? All right, well, I mean, I guess it's like it's so much time has passed at this point that I guess I can talk about this, and you know, we'll spill a little tea here on the player's perspective. But like, you know, we were playing Ultimate early. Everybody was playing Ultimate early. All right, the game leaked like a week before it came out, and there were so many people on Twitter that were like trying to crucify people for playing this shit early. Bro, listen, I sat in my room at my desk playing Fortnite 12 hours a day every single day, just trying to pass the days away. Because if you try to go play Smash 4, it's like you're either playing against like Wrath or like 6 Bayonetta mains. Like that was all you had. So it was literally like, dude, I was playing Fortnite 12 hours a day when I got a call that said, yo, bro, I'm just saying right now. Like, I remember it was Sylvanas. He called me on the phone, and he did not say a word. He's like, yo, bro, just listen, bro. And I just hear, through the fire, I was like, yo. He was like, listen, you can't tell anybody. You can't tell anybody, but get your ass over here right now. And I just like, he sends me like a video, and there's like, I see like 2 people playing like in his room. I see like 2 people playing in the living room, and I'm just like, oh my fucking God.
Yep. Everybody had that game.
Dude, everybody was playing that shit.
I actually played it early too.
Okay, dude, I know motherfuckers that were tweeting like, oh, if you play Ultimate early, you're a fucking scumbag. And then I saw YouTube videos of them playing it early. Because there were some, you know, certain top players that were conspiring to make, they had a YouTube channel where they would all upload videos of different characters and shit so they can all share knowledge and shit, right? Yeah. Like on some bullshit, you know what I mean? On some rich get richer bullshit. But I was watching these YouTube videos, and I'm like, yo, wait, this motherfucker, I'm like, I know who this snake is. Like, you're not slick. Like, what you tweeting about, bro? Like, everybody was playing that shit early. Everybody. Literally. But I just remember I walked into that house, and I saw Tweak playing Young Link. And I was like, oh, shit. I'm like, what do you think about Young Link? And he's like, oh, yeah, dude, he's broken. He's, like, the best character in the entire game. And, like, dude, he's so fucking crazy. Like, oh, my God, dude, he's amazing. And then Sylvanas is sitting there, like, getting his ass beat. And he's like, honestly, he's like, I'm going to have to main Young Link, too. If you don't play Young Link, you're literally fucking stupid. This is obviously the best character in the game. This might be the most broken character ever. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, God. And I was just sitting there, and I was like, yo. I was like, I'm going to play Young Link, and I'm going to copy everything that Tweak does, and I am going to just fuck people up. That was my game plan. Not a very honest or wholesome game plan, but that was my original plan. And I just, dude, I just remember, like, the first time playing Young Link in this game, man, it was so glorious, dude. He was so much fun, and he's still just as fun to this day.
Do anything. Oh my lord.
Oh, dude. Oh. So what was your first experience playing Young Link like, dude? Do you remember?
So I have a few, like, when I first went, like I said, someone in my dorm had it, and we, like, everybody was playing like casually, so I couldn't really test anything. So I was just playing him, and I was like, oh, he doesn't have that much range, but his projectiles are super good, and his range is really good. So like, I'm gonna take it later. And then when the game finally came out, midnight release, I got it. I was like, dude, this character fits me so well. Like, he has like everything.
Dude,
you can feel like you can do anything. So freeform, you know?
Yes, freeform is the best way to put it, dude. Like, because it was like, he just felt so versatile to me. Because, you know, I played Fox in Smash 4, and Fox was obviously broken as hell. But there were some times where I was like, I just wanted to camp. But I couldn't camp. Like, I felt like I could never camp people. And so I, like, was playing Young Link, and I was playing against Sylvanas, and he was playing Mewtwo and shit. And he had been bopping me for, like, 6 months in Smash 4. And I was like, wait a second. I could just run away from this dude. Like, I'm like, I could just chill. Like, oh, man. And I just remember going to that first local, too. And I'm, like, looking around. I'm like, yo, it was, like, 2 days after the game had been out. I'm like, bro, I've been playing this game for, like, 13 hours a day for like 2 weeks.
God.
Like,
you like destroy everybody.
Bro, down tilt, spot dodge, down tilt. I mean, I cannot tell you how much money I made off of that.
Oh my lord.
I legitimately think I've finessed like a solid like $2,000 to $3,000 from down tilt, spot dodge, down tilt. It worked on everybody, bro. Everybody got hit by it once. Even the toppest of top players got fucked by that shit. Like, Oh, it was so beautiful.
Every time.
It was so beautiful, dude.
Oh, man. I learned that from you, actually. Someone told me you did that, and then I started doing it after that.
Bro, I was just like, I remember like Tweak like was talking, because when the Ultimate first came out, this is what we would do every night, is we'd have like, everybody in the house would just be sitting in a circle in the kitchen, and we would just be sitting there like talking, but it would usually just be bitching, like everyone bitching at each other.
Yeah.
Like, oh, your character's broken, your character's broken, blah, blah, blah. Especially Tweak and
Yeah.
Cosmos, they would be going at it, bro.
Yup.
Because Cosmos, all right, I know I'm giving a lot of random story. I've just never really talked about this before, but it is kind of interesting. Cosmos, Tweak had lost 3 games in Ultimate for 5 days. And we had been playing
3
like,
games?
yes, 3 games. And he was playing Ridley and Young Link like nonstop. And the only person that could beat him was Styles, because he was just, Mega Man was kind of broken in the beginning of Ultimate, yeah. And so Cosmos came home, right? He was in Mexico getting like dental surgery or some bullshit. He came home and he had been playing with Leo and shit. And we saw Inkling for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, Tweak, I swear to God, dude, he was contemplating going and playing fucking Call of Duty or something, bro. Like he was down bad in shambles. Like it was bad.
Wow.
Bro. He was, and everything he said was complete facts though. Like he was in the kitchen one night, he was just like, dude, this character breaks every rule of Smash. He's like, there is no 50-50, there is no RPS of neutral. You can't even get hit for going for grab. I can't hit you while dashing. You can just grab me. It's so fucking bullshit. You have a kill confirm, blah, 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 and all this shit.
Dude, oh my god. Everyone's like, oh yeah, this character's the best in the game, hands down.
Inkling to this day is still broken as fuck, but this was also pre-patch roller. Oh, dude, do you remember the first time you were getting buried in Ultimate?
Oh man, I remember like I hated mashing in 4.
I hated it.
And like I was just like, oh my god, I have to actually learn to mash.
Bro,
dude.
it was so bad. I remember one day I was playing against Tweak's K Rule, and I got hit by down tilt.
Dude,
and I was at like
early
60%. Bro, I was at like 60%, and this man fully charged like a down smash. And I'm like, all right, man. Yeah. And dude, I was a kid playing against Cosmos. I'm just getting hit by roller every time. We didn't know how that shit works. Like,
you just stop mashing, just like, hey, good shit, man.
Yeah, bro. And dude, this is giving me like, this is making me like stressed out, bro. Just thinking about this shit. It was stressful. It was fun as hell, but it was stressful, man. But what was the North Carolina scene like at the beginning of Ultimate?
So I only went to 2 tournaments, so like the first like 2 weeks of the game. Like, most people who play the characters they did at the beginning still do play the characters they do now.
I think that's just a testament to how viable the cast is in this game.
Yeah, most of them still play the characters they do now. I remember I used to play Need Sword Fighter with Young Link.
Oh,
no. Need Sword Fighter was some shit, bro.
Oh my.
Bro, I was spam tornado up B.
Dude, me Sword Fighter was broken in the beginning.
At like 80, I'm like, yup, GG's, man, GG's.
Dude, the tornado to up B at the ledge, bro. That shit was elite.
Dude, nobody knew what to do. Tornado to up air mix up, like the DI mix up.
Bro, oh my god, man. I remember, bro, the Miis in this game, when I was playing against the Miis for the first time, I'm just like, wait a second, every character is good. Oh no. Like,
yeah.
I thought for a minute, I'm like, wait a second, like, oh, it's just so funny when you think back on it, isn't it? Like the first time when you're playing new matchups, and it's like these characters feel insurmountable.
Broken.
Like,
yeah, absolutely, bro.
And we've come so far. Like if I see a Mii Sword Fighter now, I'm just like, all right.
I'm just like, yeah, nah, I'm good.
That's wild. It's actually kind of cool to think about it, like how that's one of the best things about improving in Smash. And speaking of improving in Smash, what the fuck? What happened to you? How did you? So did you have a lot of success in the beginning of Ultimate?
Like the first tournament I went to, I got like top 8, and then like I had a really close set with a PR player. He used to like beat me like a lot in 4, and then like I got 9th the next one. It was like a really big like 100-man monthly, and then after that I didn't go to tournaments until Can't Combo 100.
Okay, really.
From December to April, I didn't go to anything.
So were you just grinding online a lot?
Yeah, yeah, I play online a lot. I play quick play. I play with my crew mostly.
Yeah.
So there's this one Samus player in my crew called SC501. He's an El Salvadorian player. He plays Samus. I personally think he's
I don't even know where El Salvador is.
It's in Central America.
Okay.
Like, I played him every fucking day. I would get home from class every day, play this Wi-Fi Samus from El Salvador for like an hour to 3 hours a day. Every day, I would get home from class, grab a fucking chicken wrap, and then I would just I would just play him for hours and hours and hours.
Bro, I know right now. I could just see it in my head. You're sitting there, legs spread, locked in, bro. You were locked in playing against this shit.
I can't react to his projectiles. He can't react to mine. We're in a stalemate. He went back. Yo, look, low key. One of the reasons why I'm probably so good at like recovering and also getting past ledge traps is playing Youngling Samus for hours. I would somehow misspace something really horribly on his shield, and then he would grab me. So I'm getting ledge trapped by Samus grenade. I'm like,
dude, the Samus bombs at the ledge. I remember the first time I ever played against a good Samus, I was like, oh, so that's just unbeatable. Like, you just get put at the ledge, you just lose.
Especially Youngling, man. Oh my god, you can't even. He stands at roll distance, you can't hit him. He puts a bomb there, bro. I can rant about this for hours. And then if it hits you, it hits you up tilt, dead at 90. That's all you hear.
Yo, dude, Samus up tilt, bro. If they hit you with that one like wacky hitbox, dude, you just explode.
Yeah, Youngling just. I remember I would complain. I'd be like, dude, I can't even kill you, dude. Like, she's so heavy, dude. Especially pre-patch, I'm like, oh my god, she's so
And
heavy.
you know in Neo, we have plenty of Samuses too, so I was dealing with that too. But I was
playing that.
I got lucky in the beginning of Smash 4 because I was just like, I think I just wanted it a lot more than everyone else in the region. Because, like, I remember at the end of that first PR season, I had gone to 22 PR eligible events, and the second highest person, like, with the most amount of events on the PR had, like, 8. Like, I had over double the events that everyone went to. I was going to everything and shit. And so I just was, like, a little bit ahead of the curve on everyone in terms of game knowledge. And then, you know, I was done. I think I won, like, 14 locals in a row at some point or something like that. So then Kent Combo 100, you know, is announced. And it's, you know, it's going to be this big tournament. You know, Kent Combo was, like, our biggest weekly. And, like, this was going to be the special edition with a big pop bonus and all this shit. And I have to play against my boy Big Frank, aka Perk, aka the nastiest TO player in the game.
Dude, I can't wait to tell my perspective on this tournament. Oh
and we sat down to play. He played Snake, and I was always really good against Snake, so I was not really worried at all. And for some reason, I just lost this match. I was just playing bad. I was in my own head. I was stressing out. I was raging. I was freaking out. You know, you can attest, like, I had some mentality issues, like,
it looked like
bad.
It.
And
you looked juiced out your mind, too. I was like, dang.
Bro, I was just so, like, I think at that point in time, I was so burnt out, dude. I was, like, going to literally 3 to 4 tournaments a week, like, driving, like, 20 hours a week, like, to shit. It was tough. And then living at the loft, and we had just moved in at that point and everything. It was crazy, but I get sent to losers. I go to the bathroom, shed a few tears, chug a Red Bull, potentially plant a tree or two, and fucking go back in. And they tell me, they're like, all right, you got to play against Toast. I'm like, who the fuck is Toast? I see this dude sitting at the setup, hitting a bot, literally practicing against a CPU. There's already a big crowd around us. Like, there's, like, a big-ass crowd. People are like, oh, yeah, this dude's really good. They're, like, people are giving me advice as I'm walking by and shit. And I'm like, dude, I'm about to smoke this kid. Like, it's about to be whatever. And we sit down to play, and then game 1, I think I just, like, I was playing, like,
I think
ass.
game 1 I won.
Yes, I think it was 2-0, right? No, I won game 2.
No. Yeah, you won game 2.
Yeah, I won game 2. Game 1, I lost, like, last hit, I think.
Yeah, it was with Roy.
Yeah.
I think I gamed the crap out of you, Roy, actually.
Yeah. I think you're right. And I think game 2, I smoked you.
Yeah, you beat me
in the Ditto. And then game 3, we're on FD. Oh, I'll never forget how this game ends.
Oh, that is like the curse.
I will never forget how this game ends. He hits me off stage, and I think I was trying to avoid a bomb that you had maybe like Z-dropped or something, and I went like a little bit above the ledge into the right, and then he like jumped up to like fair me or nair me, and I tried to like drift down super fast, and I just ended up fast falling and missing the ledge. And I was
you down to the all beam and it barely missed. I was at like 150.
No, wait, that is what happened. No, that's what happened. You're right. You're right.
You cut it down to all beam and you missed, and then I was like, oh shit, I lived, and then I was gonna kill you, and then you drifted off, And then you just died. I was like, oh no.
Oh my god, dude, I forgot about that. I hit this dude. I had the down tilt, and he just had good DI on it, and he was at super high percent, and it missed. And I was trying to drift back to the ledge, and I just missed the ledge.
You just died.
And I just look over at you, and you're just like shaking your head, like.
I was like, oh no.
Which had become a common theme in our sets at a certain point.
Yeah.
Dude, I hated it. I was every time you shake your head after you beat me, I'd be like, motherfucker, you better start popping off or something, dude. I'm about to fucking kill you, bro.
Oh man.
So
dude, let me tell you my perspective on
yes,
like,
please do,
everything coming into it. So like I remember one day, I think I had beat SC's ass one day.
Okay.
And then I was like feeling good about myself. I was like, oh dude, I just want to compete now, man.
Yeah.
You know, this one day, that day I was just like, oh yeah. No, let me say they're in the tournaments near in the area. So I went to Kent State University. I thought they canceled Ken Combo 100. I heard something about the series ending or something like that.
Yeah, it was. So they were trolling, like literally bad troll.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that made me think they were running tournaments.
Yes.
I saw something. It's like, I saw something on the Facebook group. I joined the Ohio Facebook group that day, and then I was just like, it said Ken Combo 100 in the student center, like at 3 p.m. or something like that. I was like, bro, there's like a huge tournament, like literally like 5 minutes away from my door.
You were probably so hyped.
Dude, I was like, oh, I'm taking a shot. I'm going there now.
That is lit, yeah.
I remember walking in there. Nobody knew who I was. You're just like, oh yeah, what's your name, the venue fee, and all that, and everything. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm toast and everything. And then like I knew nobody, and I looked at the Ohio PR that day. I saw the names like, oh yeah, Midnight, Abyss, I saw Perp in the HM and everything like that. And then like I saw Colonies, and I was like, oh, he plays Jump, like wow, And I started watching Bob to you in during the tournament, and then I saw you playing. I was like, yo, there he is.
Oh shit! Man.
And then I remember watching your set with Perp, and I was like, wait, the TL is good. The TL is good.
Dude, people didn't know, bro. Perp was nasty, dude. He still is.
Yeah, he was smooth.
He was always hard to fight, like no matter what.
Yeah.
And it sucks playing against Perp because he would never be on the PR because he would never enter enough. But if you lost to him, it was like a bad loss. But everybody knew, like, yo, this guy's actually really good.
Good, yeah. I remember like I started taking the tournament, so I was like, dude, like he kept saying like how he would like almost be PR'd and stuff, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna take you to so many tournaments, they're gonna have no choice.
Yeah, for real. And then he started playing me Gunner, and that didn't hurt.
Yeah.
So
then,
who did you lose to in winners in that tournament?
I lost to Midnight.
Okay.
I smoked this piece. Game one.
He's so bad at that matchup.
This dude said Palutena, and I was like, oh, I've never fought a good Palu before, and I heard this matchup horrible,
Oh,
and
I
just lost after that. I was
Yep.
like, oh, and everything.
Yup.
And,
Palu was always my like golden matchup because so many people played Palu, and I played against Sylvanas like 8 hours a day, and any of Palu I could smoke. Like
I never played it, dude. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, for sure.
And then like I ran through losers, and then like I look at a bracket, and I'm like, oh yeah, I think I have one more until top 8. And then I saw you got upset, and I was like, oh shit, I'm probably gonna lose here. I'm gonna lose right before top 8. No.
Oh, dude.
And then we played, and it was so crazy.
The 9th place. I just remember the crowd for that match was crazy.
Dude,
bro.
I think I remember at that very end, and I was just like, oh man.
Because that was like that was probably like right after my winning streak was over, maybe. And so like people like if I was gonna lose, like you know that feeling 100%. Like when you're like on top for so long, like people want to see you lose badly.
The target on your back after I get top 8 at Frostbite, I could feel it.
Oh yeah, like, for sure. Especially at top 8 of a major, like yeah. I remember that first tournament you went to after and you got upset. Like,
oh yeah,
I knew that was gonna happen to you because
Clash of the Carolinas.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen to you, dude. Like.
Plays Rose, he's actually pretty damn good. I choked our game 2, but yeah, he just beat me. Game 3 like dismantled me.
I just remember I was watching the stream and like I just hear in the background like, whoa.
Dude, he like stomped it. I've never heard anybody pop off that lot. Like he stomped this stage. He's like, let's go,
dude. How do you feel about getting popped off on like that?
Oh, I was like pretty chill about it. I was like, oh shit, I lost, and then I was like, oh, GG is good.
Yeah.
And then like. Yeah, and I walked off. I was obviously a bit salty. I was like, oh yeah. Later, I was like, oh yeah, he just beat me. He played really well.
So, all right. So, after Kent Combo 100, what did you get that tournament?
I got 5th. After I beat you, I beat Goman, and then I lost to Abyss.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I rarely played the Wolf match.
Yeah, you didn't really play Wolf, and Abyss is the kind of player where like he's just sometimes like. if you're just not ready, like you might just lose. Like,
You're definitely he's a hard player.
bro, Neo locals. This is making me so like fucking tight that we don't have locals right now, dude.
Yeah, I miss it so much, dude.
I have. This is the most I've missed tournaments in a while. Like I haven't. Just all these memories,
yeah.
man. Holy shit, the grind was so real, bro.
So crazy.
So after that tournament, you started pretty much just like skyrocketing in Neo, right?
So, yeah, after that, I won 2 Ken combo. It was like they were called like not Ken combos because they were like revamping Ken combo. In the first tournament I won, I'll never forget that tournament. So like I play it, it's like a really small one. And per used to be like 3-0 in winners finals. So like, oh shit.
Oh
like,
yeah,
that's like, right. Yeah. And then in losers finals I win, and then like in grands I don't know what happened. I just played like exponentially better, and I just 6-0'd them, and that was the first tournament I ever won. Yeah. I remember the feeling. I was like, yo, I finally won a tournament. I remember sending like the bracket link to my stream. I was like, yo, let's go, that's good shit. And I was like, yo, let's go.
That's dope. That's dope.
Such a crazy shit. I was like, because at that point, like even like beating PR players, just like, oh man, I really want to do that. You know, I didn't even do that much in Smash 4. You know, it's like. It was insane.
For the amount of time you played the game, like to finally like see some like real results after it. Yeah,
really. Sure. I remember like getting like the prize and I was like, yo, I actually have money to eat. Holy shit.
Dude, oh my god. I remember that first tournament I won in Ultimate because I was like ultra broke boy status, like white rice for dinner, like $15 to my name, like, you know, hopefully I'll make my entry fee back and so I can go again like on Tuesday or whatever. That first tournament I finally won in Ultimate. Oh my god, I got like $200 or something. I was just like, I went to Canes, bro. I was gassed.
Dude, I remember. I think I went to Canes that day.
Bro, like, Canes after a tournament win was literally the best. Oh,
dude. Oh man.
Yo, I'm going through it right now, bro. I'm going through it.
Dude, it makes you. I miss it.
I want to go to the fucking Kent Student Center and go get some Canes after, bro. I have some good games.
8.5 hours away.
Damn.
So far. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. All right.
There's actually one in North Carolina, like an hour and a half away, but that's too far.
Really? Yeah, dude. That was the best thing about. Dude, Ken Combo was so much fun, man. Those were always my favorite.
I can't wait until you can go back, hopefully.
For real. For real. I agree 100%. So I have another question for you. Now, this one is personally very interesting for me. There was one time, the first time you came to the loft, all right? So,
oh boy.
So, you know, I always find this very interesting. You know, people's.
Thank you for my birthday. I remember I turned 19 that day.
Oh, really? It was your birthday?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
okay.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
I remember because you came and we played on my stream.
Like that night. Yeah.
Yeah, we played on my stream for a little bit. What was your. How did the loft compare to your expectations? Reality, and feel free to be completely honest. I am very curious what your experience was like.
It just felt like a normal like it's most things that I would think a gaming house would be. You know, like, it was pretty big and everything, and you know, like everybody had a lot of space, and I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. And like I remember walking into your room, and I was like kind of nervous. No, like the first time I went there, like I remember like I had to have, like Kate Tarl open the door because like
yeah.
I remember
you didn't know where to go.
Yeah,
and I was streaming too. You know,
yeah. The door was shut. I didn't know there were two. You know.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, I remember going in. I was like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. You know, I didn't know. But
dude, I remember we played Squad Strike that day.
Oh yeah,
that shit was fun as hell.
Yo, my bot. I think it wasn't my Violet. It was I can't remember what character I went that day, but
fuck, I forget. I just remember we had some crazy I just remember playing against, I don't know what it is, dude, but I don't think you and me will ever be able to just casually play some games, bro. I think it's always gonna turn into some competitive ass shit, dude. Like we were just playing Squad Strike on my stream, and then all of a sudden it turned into like, yo, like, all right, like one more.
Yeah.
And then I remember you got to meet Cosmos, and you were fanboying pretty hard.
Dude, I remember walking into Cosmos' room the first time. I was like, holy shit, dude. I finally made it.
Yep.
It was crazy. It was just like, wow, you know, I'm actually like at a, you know, which top players' house. And it's just like, wow, you know, I'm actually finally doing something with this.
Yeah, man. I had a very similar experience too, for sure, because, you know, when the loft moved to Ohio, for me, it was just like, I was just a part of this like little tight knit like Smash scene. Like we were pretty ass and like. But, you know, we had our tournaments, we had our fun, we had our community and everything, and it was like, oh, shit, like, now things are getting real.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you that you got to experience the new loft and not the old loft, because my experiences going to the law for the first time is I would show up and it would be 5 p.m. Sylvanas would call me and tell me to come over, and I'd be like, all right, cool. So I would show up, and then literally he would be dead asleep in his room, all the lights off. I'm not even kidding. He'd call me 45 minutes and then be passed out when I got there. Everybody's doors closed, the lights dim. It was Depression City, bro.
Yeah.
And nobody was trying to ever play Smash 4. I'd show up, they're playing Dragon Ball Fighters for 6 hours. They're fucking
God.
nobody's doing shit. I'm just sitting there talking to Noelle for like 5 hours. Like, I didn't know what to do. I'm happy that your experiences were better than that.
Yeah.
You know, we had Sayu too. What do you think of Sayu?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look, guys, Sayu's cute. You know. Little kitty.
One day I'm gonna get my boy back. All right. One day I'm gonna snatch my son. All right.
Yeah.
We will see. But
Always be, like on your keyboard and stuff.
yeah. Dude, yeah. Remember he would just jump up on people's desks. Bro, he would just sit. Like I remember, I think that day you came over, like you got out, you like went to the bathroom or something. You came back and Sayu just took your chair. Like he's just that's his now. Like, oh man, I miss Sayu, man.
Yeah.
All right, so
I kind of want to get into like when I went back to NC, what happened and everything like that. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, you know, somebody in the chat just brought this up. This is an interesting point. So you knew us a little bit better than a lot of people in the Ohio scene. What was your thought process on the Ohio scene versus the loft in terms of like us not going to locals or like people in the house not going to locals? What did you think about that? Because a lot of people in the Ohio scene felt very passionate about their distaste for that.
I mean, like, I always said, oh yeah, you know, they should go to the locals and everything like that. I never really thought too much of it. Like, I don't know.
I'm not surprised because you had more important shit to worry about.
Yeah,
You're trying to become a top player, dude. You weren't worried about who was going to what and who was.
It was always like kind of a whatever matter, because like, yeah, I do think like at the end of the day you should support your scene in some way, but like, you know, sometimes you do gotta look out for yourself, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I always tried to like express the sentiments of people in the community, and it got to a certain point where it just seemed like it didn't matter, like they were gonna feel how they felt no matter what. But like, you know, these dudes like were traveling to tournaments every single weekend, and like, too. I mean, people just don't understand like when you're spending 2 days a week in an airport and then 3 days a week stressed out of your minds playing like at the highest level in the world, and then coming home like all you want to do is fucking sleep for 36 hours, like, cause it's gonna happen again the next weekend, like, so it's like, all right, what am I supposed to do? Like, especially if you're on an esports team, you're already making like a pretty decent amount of money, like, you know, you have people in the house to practice with, and you're going to events every single weekend, and you're trying to run a stream and build your brand and everything. It's like, are you really gonna go out to one night to play every single week, or travel to Cincinnati for a monthly if you have your first weekend off in a month? And like, you know, I just don't think people really. I just never.
Not to factor in.
There was just a lot of like a lack of like, what would you do if you were in their shoes? You know what I mean? And people would come up to me all the time. They'd be like, "Yo, we actually appreciate the fact that you still go to tournaments." I'm like, motherfucker, like the only reason I'm here is because I'm not at Evo, bro. Like if I could go to Evo, that's where I would be. Like, and that's the same for anybody that is trying to compete at the highest level. You know?
Yeah, it's important to have that out-of-state experience, especially because, like, you play these dudes every week and stuff, and you're just like, oh, yeah, you know, and you guys learn each other's play styles and, like, the matchups, but, like, what happens when you have to fight, like, X player from, like, fucking Montana, and they're, like, the best, like, blank in the world, and it's just, like, if you don't know what you're doing, you're just gonna...
Yeah, so that's actually a pretty interesting point. Like, you know, like, how big of a factor to your success do you think it was, the fact that you had to kind of move to a different scene and, like, start playing against all new people?
So like, you mean like Ohio or like when I went back to North Carolina?
Both, I guess. Like having like a wide pool of players to compete against locally.
I think it just broadened like my game sense, like in general, like dealing with these like certain types of characters and other types of characters. It's really good for like just like a good like overlap of like learning neutral in the game and like learning what playstyles work versus what, you know.
Yeah,
I feel like that was one of the big things I stressed out over like during the summer. Like, oh yeah, like I wasn't like, sometimes I rely like too much on Boomerang, and like I had to learn to stray away from that a bit, you know, and everything like that.
Oh, I know that feeling. Trust me.
Especially against like Cloud. Oh boy.
Any character that can get in on you fast as hell. Yeah.
Like Cloud, you know, we got Cloud, Lucas, PT, Snake, you know, characters like that in North Carolina, and it's just like, oh.
So
You
yeah,
know,
that's actually brings up another interesting point. You've pretty much been solo Young Link the entirety of Ultimate, and even you had to play against like Cola and like
yeah.
some
Oh
really
boy.
tough matchups like on a consistent basis. Like, what was your mentality like in terms of solo maining versus picking up a secondary for harder matchups? And how was that whole experience for you?
Oh yeah, I definitely thought about it at one point. I remember like well, I kept playing the cloud matchup, and God, I hated it. I hated it.
Oh
I would
yeah,
play it every week. I'd be like, oh my God,
it's the worst, dude.
oh, ass.
It's so fucking annoying,
Yeah,
especially if
after
you're playing
getting
against
walled out
Cola, dude.
by a bear. And no, Diet Soda.
Diet Soda too, yeah.
Yeah, he's a North Carolina cloud player. I played him like almost every week. It'd be I'd play either T-Stream every week or I'd play Diet Soda every week. We play Young Link Cloud. I remember we played each other like 8 times in a row at one point. And I would just be like, God, I hate this fucking matchup. So I definitely thought like that's when I was like, oh yeah, Roy. I thought about picking him up at one point because he was always fun to me.
I remember that. I remember when you started playing Roy, and I was like, bro, this dude is
like,
he's jacking all my shit, bro.
Oh man, I felt bad about that.
Bro, I remember because from my perspective, right, I was like gassed by the Young Links. I was like the savior, dude. They literally made a picture of me photoshopped over Jesus's face, right? I'm not even kidding, bro. I remember that. And I could probably find that shit. And so I was super gassed, like egomaniac. And then this dude comes out of nowhere. And now, not only am I not the best Young Link, but I'm not even the best Young Link in Ohio, let alone the best Young Link in the Akron suburban area.
Yeah, I remember you told me, you were like, bro, I'm not even the best Young Link in a 20-mile range.
I'm like, yo, this is... So then I see you start playing Roy, and I'm like, oh, hell no, bro.
Yeah, and then I was just like, oh, I think I'm just gonna stick it out,
Yeah.
I don't think it'll help that much.
So like,
or like it obviously would, but like I'm just gonna.
So let's say like you're sitting down, you're playing against like fucking Spargo at a tournament, right? And you lose game 1 as Young Link, and it feels really tough. Like, you just gonna stick it out?
Oh boy, yeah, that's. See, the thing about Young Link's bad matchups, they're not that common, honestly. Other than like Croy, and like
online, they're pretty common.
Yeah, that's why I hate live.
Yeah, you're always running into Cloud or some shit.
Yeah,
and then online, there's some new tough matchups too. You gotta worry about.
Yeah, like, oh man, like Sonic's even harder, and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Oh man.
For real. All right, so let's talk about you started going to majors. So what was your first major in Ultimate?
So like I went to C tier. That it's not a major, but like I treated that C tier to like when I really was like, oh yeah, I think I can actually be good at this game or whatever. Like it was actually another Just Roll With It. It was Just Roll With It. I think 11.
Mm-hmm.
That was the tournament where I beat Mekos, who was #1 in the state.
Yo, Chucky.
Yeah, bro, me and Chuck sets, they're always last hit. I've never not had a last hit.
Dude, Chuck is one of my least favorite people to play against, bro. He would take you to the end of your fucking patience and wits, dude.
Dude, it's a battle. I remember like, oh man,
it's a Super Saiyan God, bro.
Last hit game 3, no matter what. But I remember I beat him. I was like, oh yeah, And I remember that night I saw my bracket path, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta fight Raito, right? So I went in training mode.
Yeah.
I went in training mode with my friends that night, and I started to fuck around with Duck Hunt, see what it could do. And like that was the first time I ever like prepared for like a potential like bracket match. I remember like I watched T, because T played Young Link at that time.
Yeah, at the very beginning.
He beat Raito with Young Link. And I just copied everything he did, and then I ended up beating Raito. I will never forget the down tilt B that I did. And I was like, oh my god, I did it, yo! I beat a top player finally. And I remember like, I pucked off the game before that, but like, I just remember like, the satisfaction. I was like, dude, I finally did it. I think I can actually be good at this.
Dude, it's such a good feeling too when you actually like prepare heavily for a set, and then you go into the set and you just feel you're like, wait. I'm ready for this. Like, oh shit.
I'm fucking moving.
Yeah, like shit. Like I actually know what's going on here. Like I got a game plan. Like, oh shit.
The person who beat me in winners was actually Cola.
Oh yeah.
With Cloud. I remember I was like, oh yeah, I play the matchup all the time. I should be good. But he shot on me. That was like, he's like one of the only players who's like legitimately shot on me in bracket. And I was like, oh.
Dude, getting shit on for the first time was. I remember when I got shit on by Tweak at in the beginning of Ultimate. I just remember I tweeted after that set, like I wasn't even sad, I wasn't even mad. I just literally remember feeling like I was a fucking level 3 CPU. Like,
yeah, you're like really bad. You're just like, oh yeah, wow.
yeah,
So
like
that's
shit.
the gap, you know? Yeah.
So
Yep.
did you went to a couple majors before Frostbite, right? You went to
So I
DreamHack.
quite a few. So I went to CO 2019.
Okay, you went to
and
CEO.
I had a close set with Prodigy. It was 2-0 but close.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, close to
close last hit. And I remember choking that. I was like, oh yeah, you know, I'll just run through losers. Then I played Game and Watch.
Ooh.
A Game Watch named Rada. He's from South Florida, and like he just beat me.
Yeah.
2-1.
Oh, dude.
And then I got like 129th. I felt like everything I had done up to that point was a fucking like. I was a fraud. Like it was a fluke. You know.
There's no worse feeling.
Point.
I swear to God, there's no worse feeling than spending all that money, all that anticipation, all that time, and then just fucking losing to somebody. Like, not even a good loss. Like, not even like you got your win or whatever, dude. Just dude, I've been through that so many times, bro.
I remember like the person who pulled me out of that. It was like Biddy.
Yo, Diesel Bid, yeah.
Dude, I'm trash. You know, I suck at this game. Me beating Rifle was a fluke. I don't think I didn't feel confident or whatever. He was like, bro, all you have to do is just keep grinding and get better. Don't worry about it. Everybody has a bad tournament every now and then, you know.
Shots to Diddy.
You just gotta, you know, because you've already proved you can do it at that level. You just gotta, you know.
Yeah, man. And once you get to that point too, where it's like that is kind of like a definitive moment for a lot of players. Like, are you gonna let that disappointment like break you, or are you gonna let it motivate you?
You keep going, man.
Yeah, and I definitely think you definitely did not lose your motivation after that. I think it only stepped up.
Yeah.
So after that, that was DreamHack, right? Oh, SmashCon. Oh, I try to forget that SmashCon happens, bro.
Yeah.
But I know you don't.
Yeah, I went to SmashCon. I remember like at all the it was like CEO, and there was like a tournament called Off the Rails in Georgia, which I like busted out at. I lost to a me player in winners finals in my four, and then I lost to Benny G in losers. He got upset like immediately.
Yeah.
And I remember busting on that. And I was like, dude, I gotta get better or whatever. So I started grinding like super hard. I would get in like Discord calls with younglings and study my VODs, and they would help me. They would tell me extra stuff and you know criticize my VODs.
You put in that OT.
Yeah, and then I remember I would like play Wrath all every week, like a few times a week.
Yeah, that'll do it to you.
Wrath, like you can't press buttons, man.
No.
So, like taught me how to be like conservative with like pressing buttons and all that, you know, just being patient. And then I went to SmashCon, and I remember my first goal at least was just like, oh yeah, you know, I just want to make it through out of pools through winners, you know.
Yep.
And then I remember just like dusting like almost everybody, and just like.
Who did you play to make it out of that pool? Do you remember?
I played a New York player called Ice. He was a wolf main.
Okay.
I remember I played a Japanese player. Like, I played him in one game. But I was moving, dude. His name he's pretty high ranked in Japan. I think it's Atelier.
Okay.
He plays PT in Rosa now, but like he played wolf back then. And I didn't know he was back then, but like I remember I played him in one game and I was moving. I was like, oh shoot, you know, I think I'm ready.
Oh shit! Like I'm about to fuck people up.
I dusted that tournament.
Dude, you definitely popped. Like people actually low key kind of forget about your SmashCon run. I kind of forgot about it low key. Like it was really good.
What happened? Yeah, I tell you the PT. Yeah, I see the chat talking about it right now. What do you call it? I remember. Oh yeah, I had a close up with Salem. Ha! I remember that.
Oh yeah.
May have never happened.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, no, I played Salem. He beats me game one barely. He jumps off stage. It was last hit, and he like side B's me with hero side B, and I die like 100. I'm like, oh okay, cool. And then I beat him game two. And then game three, I take his second to last stock, and then and then he like immediately kills me after. So we're both one stock. This dude gets psyched up, oomph, and then he hits me like 3 times. I'm at 80.
Oh my
and then
god.
He I don't know if I think he reads my air dodge or something, and okay, what's the move where he goes like this and he I can't remember.
Fucking magic burst.
Yeah, he magic burst me and I just die.
Dude, that was, and people don't really remember this, but like that was the first week that Hero was out.
Like, no, it was, yeah.
Yeah, so nobody knew the matchup. Nobody knew what all the spells did. Like there was so much to learn. We all thought he was broken. We were trying to ban him and shit. So you almost prevented Salem versus Leffen from happening.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. Gimmer would have been heated. Gamer rigged that bracket so goddamn
Dude, I
hard.
wanted to play Leffen so bad because Youngling PT.
Oh, dude, you would
I
have
played that
smoked
every
him.
week.
You would
I
have
probably would have
smoked
done
him.
it really well at least, or I think I would have beat him.
I think
but,
you would have beat
yeah.
him 100%. 100%. He was not
and
gonna
then
be
I
ready for
remember
that.
I would lose. I beat an Ike player named Tengu, and then I beat Seth.
Yeah.
And then after that, I played 8-Bit Man, and like everybody was behind us. It was NC and Ohio people.
Oh my
just,
god,
like,
bro.
Watching the set, I was playing 8-Bit Man, and at the time I was really, really bad against Raw.
Yeah.
8-Bit Man had actually like my ass like off the rails in a money match like really badly. So you know, like, but the thing about 8-Bit Man, he gets super tilted, and you know, okay, so that was for like. That was to make it to top 64. I remember game 1, he like beat my ass. I think he 2-shocked me. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, good shit, and everything like that. You know, I was just sitting there. And then I remember looking next to this dude. He was just fuming after winning. I was like, are you okay, dude? And he was like, yeah, I banned whatever. And then I just remember like I beat him game 2 pretty solidly. And then I remember everybody was just cheering behind me. You know,
yeah.
Let's go, Toast, come on. Toast. And then like,
were you in the zone at that point, or were you nervous?
Yeah. I was like, oh yeah.
Okay.
I think I play my best when I know people are cheering for me and when I want to have fun the most.
It is a really good feeling when people are cheering for you and it's like, oh, I should be nervous right now, but I'm not. You know what I mean?
And when people are like, when I know people like believe in me and stuff, I think that's when I play my most best.
Well, that's why you're an anime protagonist. Fucking Deku ass motherfucker.
Crazy sounds. Yeah. Deku's actually one of my favorite characters.
Oh, I bet he is. Dude, you're literally like the fucking Deku of Smash. It pisses me off so much. Because when I would lose to you, I would just be like, well, I'm the antagonist. Like, I'm the fucking Bakugo of this story, aren't I? Like, goddamn it.
He's like one of my favorite anime characters of all time. So.
Dude, you are literally like a shonen protagonist to the fucking T. It cracks me up. I used to say that to Cosmos all the time, and we would die laughing, bro.
Yeah, so I remember like game 3, he was so sad, man. It was just like beating somebody who didn't even want to play anymore, and then I just beat him, and then that was the first time I made it to Championship Sunday.
Ooh, and, first time playing on Sunday, dude.
Yeah, top 64, first tournament I made it.
Playing on Sunday is the best, bro.
Yeah, it's such a crazy feeling. All your friends are playing. You know,
yeah, dude, that night in the hotel, like you're just chilling with the homies, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, we're about to do this, we're about to do that." You're like, I gotta go to sleep tonight. Like,
it's crazy.
Like, oh, I'm definitely getting a bed tonight. Like, y'all.
One of my favorite feelings about majors is like watching all your friends, like if they make it with you, just like everybody playing, and like the next day. And,
it's funny because by the time you were playing on Championship Sunday, I was already back home by Sunday.
I remember you laughed.
Bro, we all dipped, man. I don't know what it was, but it was that was the weekend. That was the weekend that after we moved into the house, and I just remember we were gassed, bro. Like we were all we sat down in a room, we all just looked at each other and we're like, yo, like Cosmos, like no pressure, but like we are trying to get the fuck out of here, dude. Yeah. And he was like, honestly, dude, I want to go home too. Like we had just did all this work moving into our new house. We're like, bro, we just want to go and sleep in our beds and like exist. And that tournament, I also you never had been to a SmashCon before that one.
No, that was my first one.
Yeah, dude, the layout of SmashCon that year was, in my opinion, really bad compared to previous years.
I can believe it.
Because it was the way they did it, where they had it like the screen was in the middle. And then like everything was it just felt so cluttered and so crowded.
Yeah.
Because before what they would have is they would have like, okay, Smash 4 had its own corner, Melee had its own corner, and like everything was segmented into their own like little parts. And that way it was like you were just kind of, there was a lot of space, there's a lot more room. There was also a lot less people though, so that helped. But yeah, I just remember I got really bad vibes from that tournament, but you know, that was the birth of Black Excellence and Toast taking over, you know.
Yeah, I remember I like Champions. I remember like my sponsor came and everything like that, and like I remember like I played Void. I was like, oh yeah, I've been playing the match with Wrath or whatever, and then Void just chose me. I'm like, shit. Yep. At that point though, I was happy because that was the first time I made top 64, and you know that's
probably why you got bodied. Because it's like it's hard not to, but sometimes you just get to that point where you're like too satisfied, and you're just like, well.
I wasn't satisfied until after. I really wanted to beat Void, but like, yeah, it was like after I was like, you know, cool, you know.
So that was you got 49th.
Yeah, I got 49th. And then I went to Big House and I got 33rd. I lost kept, which I have never played a villager.
Oh,
like,
dude, I
pretty
lost
much
a kept at the pre-frostbite local.
Yeah,
He's nasty at that matchup.
He's something. He's something. He's crazy. And then I lost a Joker. I almost reverse 3-0'd him.
Oh, that's right.
Because Youngling said this, and then I remember like he was destroying me, and then I remember like why do I always beat SECS? And I was like, oh shit, fire arrow. I just kept ledge shotting him, and I kept him there with fire arrow.
Yeah, arrow's
like,
elite versus Samus in the corner.
Game 5, I remember just like it was last off, super last hit, and like he like upbeat. I think I fair shield and is barely not safe. And he like upbeats me, and it DI mixes me up the wrong way, and then I DI the wrong way, and I just die, and I'm like,
oh the anticlimactic loss, dude.
Yeah,
those ones hurt. Really
I remember
bad.
wanting to get the top 13, and I was like really sad, but you know, I just kept going, you know.
Yep.
And then I went to DreamHack. And DreamHack was like my farthest tournament run until like.
So wait, this is actually such a good segue into something else I really wanted to ask you about. What do you think about the Rob matchup with Young Link?
Oh boy, aha! So it might be an unpopular opinion for Rob matchups, but I think it's only slight Young Link. Here's why.
I agree.
So like, here's the thing. Rob has a lot of this. Okay, Rob gets comboed super hard by Young Link, and it's really hard for Rob to get stuff set up. But the thing about Rob is like he has a lot of tools to combat Young Link pretty easily. Or like at least in neutral, like Young Link's pretty stubby. Rob like outranges him a bit. The thing about he edge guards Young Link really really well, and he juggles him pretty hard too. I think.
Yes.
And Young Link's super fragile, and for a character that just kills you off one interaction, that hurts quite a lot.
Yeah.
That hurts quite a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that matchup is like at the time, like when I went to DreamHack, I was like really, really bad versus Rob.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah. Like,
I remember watching that side, and I was just like, oh man.
Dude, I played so horribly.
The confidence, the level of confidence in the matchup was just like so clearly in Gabe's favor.
Yeah, Gabe played with Kobe like every week.
Yes.
Like I hadn't fought any Robs really, and then I was like, I got washed.
Bro, that was the first time I'd ever seen Epic Gabriel, and I'm like, who the fuck is this crackhead, bro?
Dude, he's something.
He played with energy, dude. Like I had never seen a player like he was tweaking.
Definitely confident. Yeah, he was moving.
Yes.
And I played. I think I played really bad on stream until like 2020. Like
Makes
at
sense.
least for majors. Yeah.
It is a nerve-wracking experience, dude.
I was super nervous.
First time I ever played on stream at SmashCon, I literally almost pissed myself. Like actually almost pissed myself.
Dude, I remember walking there at SmashCon too. So many people. Like, oh,
bro, that shit was crazy. Because SmashCon always had the biggest crowds too, dude.
Yeah, so big, dude.
And I was playing against somebody that wasn't really known, so it's like part of me is like, all right, this is good because I'll probably win. But at the same time, it's like, oh, dude, if I get upset, no.
Yeah, I know. It's just like it feels so bad, but yeah, I think I played that horribly. I was very nervous. So like obviously like I was kind of sad, but like that was also like a tournament where like a bunch of NC people were there, so they would just walk around with me and like cheer for me during my matches, or at least some of them, and everything like that. And I remember I got the Peeb nut in losers, and
Peeb.
We had a game. Yeah, Peeb. Yeah. So funny thing about me and Peeb, we used to be in the same crew. So he taught me like Mega Man stuff in Smash 4, like way before a lot of people even knew what to do with this character. So like, I remember I lost to people at Just Roll It, like the Just Roll It at 11, like where I beat Raito, and like we had like a game 5 close ass set, and like most of our sets are like really close. So like I remember it was game 3, last stock, last hit. I down to him at like 80 at the edge of Town and City, and up B with a fuck ton of drift, and it barely kills him, and I pop off.
The best feeling, dude.
North Carolina and South Carolina were both cheering for their boys, just like right behind us, and everything. And I popped. I was like, "Yes, let's go."
Oh, dude, the best feeling is when you get that down tilt on Town, and you just get the maximum drift, bro. You get. That's exactly. Did you see how I beat Supergirl Kills and Gommel online?
No, I remember that. I remember you were like, "Please," and then you like drifted, and then she like barely died. I was like, "Yo."
Dude, I had definitely drifted at least halfway to that blast zone, bro. Like it was the perfect level of drift.
Dude, that was a perfect down tilt.
Young Link is
like
broke. Oh man, now this is making me want to play Smash now.
Yeah, but I beat Sandstorm after that, and then I remember that was the first time I ever played Tweak.
Oh yeah.
That was during his Joker phase, and like I definitely didn't have enough self-restraint at that time. Even though I played Wrath Joker a lot, like Tweak Joker camping was just like
Oh
on another
yeah.
level.
If you're running into
I
him,
remember,
then he was the biggest camper, bro.
yeah, he is a camper.
He is a camper,
He's actually
100%.
a camper. He's just a sick camper. He's an aggressive
Yes,
camper.
exactly. He's
Yeah.
like, if you like, you don't know until you play against him. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like he can deceive you.
Yeah.
You're watching him, you're like, oh wow, like,
Yeah, he's like,
and you're playing against him, you're like, wait, this guy's been like platform camping me for
Dude, he
like.
timed me on a friendly like 2 days ago.
I heard about this. I heard
did
about
you?
this. Oh yeah,
Oh really?
For
Wait,
sure.
for who?
from people in my chat, dude, they're telling me Tweak was
Oh, yeah.
fucking pissed. I was like, bro, Tweak is sitting here. Tweak is sitting here probably pissed off, and I know that Toast is just sitting there, just locked in, bro, just like going to time, fuck it, like.
He was destroying me at first, and then I started playing a lot better because Youngling Diddy. I think Youngling wins, so like he thinks Youngling wins too. And then I just started playing better. Then I got burnt out to the end. My stamina's still pretty low against top players. I remember
Well,
talking
dude, if you're
about
going
that.
to fucking time and friendlies against Tweaks in Youngling
Dude.
Diddy, like, yeah, that is exhausting.
I think he told me he was complaining that like I wasn't like interacting with him or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is just, it's just cappity cap. Because
Yeah,
what
I
are you
remember,
supposed to do, man? What are you supposed to do when Diddy's holding banana and holding shield on the other side of the stage? Like, literally, what are you supposed to fucking do?
Tweak is gonna hit me, and then I'm gonna take 80% because he knows every optimized Diddy combo.
Like, they act like we didn't play Smash 4, bro. Like, they act like
Yeah,
we don't
really,
know,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Diddy
So,
with
like,
that fucking banana in his hand is winning neutral when he's on the other side of the stage. Like,
Thank God I have bomb for it, but like I remember at DreamHack, I missed down to beat game 1 versus Tweak, and then like it would I would have beat him, but like or that game, but it was just like I just pretty much lost after that. He just kept
yeah,
ledge trapping me.
that's a huge
And
vibe
it was
killer.
broken ass down guns from pre-patch, and
Yeah.
I lost. But 17 was like that was like the closest I had been to top 16. So
That was
I just felt
definitely when
really-
you realized probably that like you're like, wait a second, like all it takes is like 1 or 2 like more clutch plays and I'm like in top 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that
it felt so close.
so then speaking of top 8, we go into Frostbite 2020.
Oh boy. Actually, let me talk about Let's Make Big Moves.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was like really big because that was the first time I ever made top 16. So I remember
Damn, you went on a
like-
fucir tear,
I
bro.
was moving before COVID hit.
We're gonna
I think
talk
I-
about that too, for sure.
But yeah, what happened was I remember I beat Klaatu. He's a really good NorCal Alamar.
Yes.
At that point I've been playing the Buzz a lot in that matchup, and Myron and the Buzz. I played them a lot. They're Alamar. And
Busby would
so
never
what
go
happened-
Olimar against me. He used to fucking piss me
Yeah,
off, dude. He'd
don't-
ask
don't
me
like
for Wi-Fi
Olimar,
20 times a
don't,
day, and he would play Greninja against me every day.
Yeah, he always played Olimar against me, but like I remember after that I played Tweak again. Played him again.
I remember
Yeah,
this
weird.
set. I remember this set.
Oh shit. Yeah, it's actually still the recording of it is still up on like the
I watched this on
Periscope.
Periscope, yo. I remember.
Did you watch it live?
I cannot believe that you did not win that set, dude.
Dude, that was a choke. That was like the chokiest choke that I ever choked.
Dude, against
I remember,
Wario too. Oh my god.
I remember I beat him one out, and then like all my friends were like behind me. There's like a gigantic crowd around us, and like everybody was like rooting for me and everything like that. And I remember game 3. I was at 60. The dude was at 130. We were both last stop.
Yeah.
And like my dumbass says, "Oh, let me try to nair him." I try to nair him, and he up tilt because it's a
Yep.
fucking this way up tilt.
And he got the
Wow,
weak
I
hit.
died.
Yep.
I'm just like, oh my god, bro! I took that so goddamn hard.
The way I knew
And
that
just-
set was happening was Cosmos messaged me, and he was like, dude, Toast is actually like bodying Tweak right now. And I was like,
man.
wait, like
That
no
was pretty
bullshit?
baffling too,
And he
man.
was like, yes,
Fuck.
it's game 3, and Toast has like a gigantic lead. And I was like, what the fuck? So I went on Twitter, I found the Periscope, and as soon as I clicked on it, I just see like the up tilt animation. I'm like, no.
Yeah, and then I remember the conversation I had with Tweak after. I was like, oh yeah, I was wondering how you deal with killing people at like a high level or whatever like that. That was like one of the things I struggled with.
Mhm.
And he was like, oh yeah, that's actually one of the reasons I stopped playing him.
Mhm.
He's stubby and he kind of struggles to kill. And he said, I think Youngling does really good in that matchup, but Wario closes out stocks. And then I told him, I was like, oh yeah, do you think like I was just like I really want to become PGR with Youngling or whatever. And I remember
Here comes
him
your
telling me, he
Deku
was
question
like,
right here.
yeah, actually, I was like, I really want to become PGR or whatever. And he was just like, I was like, do you think you can do it? And then I was like, he was like, you definitely can.
Yeah.
And then I was juiced out of my fucking mind for that. Oh my
The
god, I never felt
gas,
so
the
good.
premium
Oh yeah,
gas.
he popped off on me too.
Yes, I remember
year.
that. That's how
Yeah,
I knew. I was like,
he
damn,
popped off on
son.
me. Yeah, he popped off.
He
And
definitely was about to lose that shit. And it's interesting you say
yeah,
like because the killing thing because I think Frostbite 2020 is. I mean, you always were good at landing like kills like kind of like in a raw way. But I remember
yeah.
like in that time period is when you really started to like up smash became like. I mean, you were taking like a majority of stocks with up smash.
Yeah, so last thing with Lester Big Moves, I ran through losers and I had to play Void again. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember like he beat me at SmashCon, but I felt really confident because I was running through everybody in losers. So I remember game one he goes Pichu. I remember like we start playing or like he was like, oh yeah, you want to do a button check? And then I was like, oh yeah, sure. And then I started moving and shit. And then like he's like, oh yeah, you ready? And I'm like, oh shit, we're playing now. Okay, let's go. And
Oh,
then,
you just
like,
started playing in that game?
yeah, yeah. And then I beat his
What the
Pikachu
fuck?
like pretty handedly. And then like
Void with
he
the
pushes a
grime,
Joker,
bro.
pushes a Joker, and then I beat his Joker game two, and then game three or no game two. What I do, like since I play against him so much, I know the exact height where he has to like tether. So I get Void's on his last stock, and then I hit him off, and then I remember he tries. I think he misses an edge guard or something on me. And then I just drop down immediately to where he has to tether. Nair at 20%, he dies.
Yup.
And then
Oh, dude, that is a great feeling.
Game three, I was just moving.
You were gassed.
And I remember beating him, and I remember popping off to my friends, and I was just like, I finally fucking did something when it mattered.
Yep. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude. That's a great fucking feeling. When I saw you beat
Then I
Void, I
beat-
was like, all right.
Yeah. I beat Wishes, and then
Oh,
I
shit.
made top 16 for the first time.
Yes, sir.
And then I played Maestro on stream, which was one of the most unfortunate sets
I
ever.
forgot about that set.
He
Yeah.
Nair 9'd me. He had
Yes.
the last hit and Nair 9'd me when I had like an 80% lead or 60% lead or some shit.
Don't even get me.
And,
Don't get me started on
I
Meister.
I took a game after that, but I just lost the game after that.
Bro,
so,
Meister,
yeah,
that set was like really, dude. I don't know Meister. I'm sure he's a great guy, but holy shit, watching him play pisses me off, dude. Watching him land that 9, I was fuming.
He's a genuinely really great player. I think a lot of people don't give him enough credit. It's just like they say that the degen stuff Game Watch does, but it's just like
He plays like a major degen, but he is.
Yeah,
there's no
he's
question that.
very, very smart.
Yeah, there's
He's very,
no
very
question
smart.
that he
I will
is.
always give Meister his credit.
Yeah,
honestly.
he's a true top player. There's no doubt about that.
I made top 16 for the first time, and S tier nonetheless.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good. I felt really good and everything. And
Hell
I just
yeah.
chilled after that. So flash forward to, I guess I'll talk about glitch a bit. So I went to glitch. I got upset in pools,
Mhm.
and then like I ran into losers. I actually ended up beating MBD.
Yeah, I remember that. I watched that
was-
set. I watched that set.
Oh no, you did watch that set. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I beat MBD.
I saw you playing
and
against
then,
MVD, and I'm like, all right. I mean,
Yeah.
he's gonna win this shit.
And then I beat DM, and then I lost to Cola. I got reverse 3-0'd.
Yup. Oh, I forgot about that set.
So fucking sad.
Yeah, that was
so
a heartbreaker. That was one of the best
Yeah.
sets of that tournament, though, for sure.
Yeah,
You guys
that
were
was crazy.
scrapping, bro.
Yeah, we were moving, but yeah. So okay, so finally Frostbite.
Yeah.
Okay, so my mindset going into Frostbite, I remember I'd got top 16 lesser moves and whatever. I did well at glitch. My first thing was just like, I just want to do well, and at least hit like top 25. But like I saw my bracket path, and I was just like, I told myself that day, like when I got there and I started playing and everything, I said if I beat Rafi and Kameme, I'm gonna make top 8.
Yep.
I was like, I want this to be the tournament that I make top 8.
There's always a
And-
tournament. I talk about this a lot, but there's that one pivotal set where it's like if you can clutch that set out, you're gonna have so much momentum and confidence that like all of a sudden these sets that like were slightly not in your favor, and now you're coming in as like the most confident player in that set. And that Rafi set was definitely that for you.
After Rafi SD that game, and then like I remember like he SD game 2 when he should have won. And then after that, I was just like, oh, I know I can win this. And like, I remember not down to spot dodging him the whole fucking set. And I remember down tilting his shit. I was like, oh, this is certainly gonna fucking work. Down tilt, spot dodge, Rob goes like, down tilt.
The best feeling in the world.
I jumped up from I remember the crowd going like, oh!
Bro, the best feeling in the world is when you hit their shield with that down tilt and you just see that
you just
fucking
see
they look so stupid. Every character in the game looks so stupid, bro.
Oh man, that's where that photo of me going like this with my fucking lanky ass arms, like
Yeah.
That's where I Yeah. Oh man.
And then you had to play
boy.
Kameme.
Meme.
And he
so
went
I
Sheik.
was, okay. His character choices that set were really really weird.
Yes.
I remember. I thought he was gonna go Sheik. Here's why. I remember someone telling me that he thought that Sheik beat Young Link 60-40 or something
What
like
the
that.
fuck?
So I anticipated him playing Sheik, but I really wanted to play as Mega Man because I played P.
Yeah,
a little bit.
yeah.
But I thought he would go like Sheik and like Mega Man or something like that. And so he went Sheik. I beat him game 1. Game 2 he goes Wario. He beats me. Then he goes Sheik again. I'm like, what? I'm like, huh?
That's like such a we take those moment.
And then I'm like, he's definitely gonna go Wario again. And then like it was last hit, and like the crowd was going off when I was like beating him, and like I said, dude, whenever I feel like people believe in me, that's when like I get in the fucking zone. I start like fucking moving.
You gotta put on a show.
I just remember just like fire. Like I remember I parried his fair. And then I tried to grab it for some reason. I think I was gonna F throw him to get him off stage. And then like he rolls and then he dashes back and then dashes a fire out there and it barely kills him. And then I was like, yes, let's go, finally.
Dude, playing at Sheiks, it feels like you're cheating sometimes when you're Young Link, dude. Because you'll hit him with a fire arrow at like 85 and he's dead. And then like you're just like, what?
Dude, during that set, I up aired him at like 80 game 3. And he just died. I was like, I did it to just do damage. And he just fucking died. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, dude.
I remember everybody just fucking rushing on the stage. I remember like, I beat him. I was like, oh yeah, GG's, yeah, let's go. And then I remember Raph just comes and hugs me, and I'm like, it's like, oh yeah, you did it, bro, whatever.
This little
and then, like,
emo kid.
From Ohio and everything, they just all fucking rush up, Biddy's running up and everything.
Yeah.
And then like a whole fucking crowd just grabs me. They're like, oh yeah, let's go.
The gas, baby.
They're shaking me. I'm like, oh.
That was probably just like pure fucking bliss, dude. Like, it's just a moment. It's one of those moments where you're so locked in that it's like hard to feel super happy in the moment, but you just know like everyone is so happy, like you're gonna feel it in a minute.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, I don't know, when it comes to pop-offs for me, it's like it's so hard to like fake. I can't fake a pop-off, you know what I mean? It's like you either feel it or you don't. And like sometimes when you're super locked in the zone, that's when you just can't pop off. But if it's like a super close set and like maybe something didn't go your way and then all of a sudden you're like, yo, I just need to get with this one thing, and then you get it, that's where the real pop-offs come from right there.
Yep.
So after that you played Sam.
Yeah, so I obviously played Midnight a lot, and Sam sort of someone I've wanted to play ever since Smash 4. So like that's also another thing. I think I play really well when I really want to play somebody because I really want to have a good set or whatever. So like I remember I had like all the momentum writing in and everything, and like I remember like game 1 I beat him like it was close at the end, but I beat him with like a down air, and then game 2 I was just fucking moving. I
remember when you hit him with that down air, he was so fucking pissed, and as soon as I saw him shaking his head like that, I knew it was over. I knew it was a wrap, bro.
Yeah, I definitely got in his head.
Yes, 100%.
But like, I remember game 2. Like, I remember hitting. I killed him at like 70 stock 1. I threw a bomb to cover his jump, and then he ended up rolling, and I was right at rolled in. So I did boomerang there at like.
Yep.
Yeah, he was at like 79, and I killed him. And I remember after that, I like whenever I'm playing well, I just start fucking moving my controller and I start moving him like, and then like I grab a bomb and then he tries to grab me and he whiffs. I throw it down and I do the pogo combo and I get like 60 off of it. And then at that point, like Young Link with the lead is fucked up. So
yes, very true, very true.
Yeah, I won that game and then he like destroys me the next game. And then game 4, I definitely think I should have lost that one because I actually came back on him. He takes my second to last stock, and then like I'm like 60% down or whatever, and then like the one more stock chance just fucking rolling, and I just start moving.
The energy, you were getting them Colony 1 sips, man. You're feeling it, bro.
Yeah,
people
really
don't know, dude. The energy is real, dude. When you can feel the energy of like a group of people like really rooting for you, it really does give you like the energy you need. Yes, 100%, bro. Fact. That's
I just started fucking. I came back on him, and then I remember it was last stock I hit. I fair his shield. It was a sloppy ass fair, But I know he's gonna try to grab me, obviously. So I spot dodge down tilt, and he has like the perfect DI so that I can't get
Yo,
anything.
the Cosmos
And
DI.
like,
I hate that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
hate
yeah,
that DI,
yeah.
dude. The top player DI.
And like, I'm like, oh, I can't get anything, but let me see if I can get a reaction out of him. So I jump to bait and air dodge. He air dodges, and then he tries to jump to the left, and then I dash attack him with full rage on like, who is strong as fuck, by the way.
Yes.
And then I did that to just like get him off stage, but it killed.
It killed, yeah, dude. I remember that.
I had the biggest pop off ever.
Dude, I started dash attacking so much more after I saw that shit. I was like, "There's no way that killed."
Here's when I started dash attacking. I remember we were watching a VOD in the Younglink Discord, and then I was just like, oh yeah, you know, Zan and Biddy was like, they paused in one moment. Oh, they were like, oh yeah. Tell us, when they try to land on you like this, you should try dash attacking more. And that's when I started dash attacking.
Yes, dash attack was like definitely slept on for a long time, but it's one of the, because it's just, and now with the Ethro buff too, it's like you just have such a good like 50-50 mix up at like if someone's stuck in a corner right there or like trying to land or whatever, you just have such a good like I could kill you 2 different ways. Actually, I could kill you like 6 different ways, dude. This character, fun, we play a pretty good character, dude.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And then like after that I get like I destroy Meister game 1 of our set, and then I just get I get ran.
Yeah.
I get ran.
Yeah.
So like at that point, I guess it wasn't a good mindset to have in retrospect, really. But like at that point, like I was guaranteed 9th, my best placing of all time.
Yeah.
Like, at that point, definitely. You know, I was waiting on losers. I still had quite a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
And like, you know, we're literally in the Midwest. You know?
I mean, you're sitting there thinking to yourself, I have a feeling I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, like, dude, I'm just happy I get to play another set on that stage against a top player. Like, hell yeah. Dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, I remember I was watching Void versus Light. Before that, I saw that they had to play and whoever was going to win had to play me. And I remember Void, like, he was beating like
yes,
like,
dude. He got reverse 3-0
whatever. But I mean, before that, like I had actually went in the other room with Louis Money and warmed up versus his Fox.
Okay.
And Louis Money, we did like a best 5. Louis Money beat me 3-1, so I was like, dude, I'm gonna get fucking.
Bro, when I saw you had to play it, when I saw Void was getting reverse 3-0'd, I was like, oh, dude, this dude toast is. I was like, he had a good run, bro. He had a good run, dude.
No, that's what I was like. I was like, shit. Whatever happened.
And at that time, I thought, I'm like, dude, Fox is 6'4". This matchup is ass. Like, this is about to be bad.
I don't even think it's that bad anymore.
I don't either. I put it at 55-45 in my new matchup chart.
I actually put it at even. I think there's a really important rule you have to follow for that one, but yeah. The thing, like, I remember, I was like, oh yeah, Light, we have to play. And then, you know, we're about to go up and everything. We're just standing there. And he was just like, oh yeah, you know, he yells over to me. He was like, you know, even if you beat me, I think Fox still wins the matchup. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I think so too, or whatever. And so we get to play, right? And then
I never seen a man so shook in my entire life, bro.
I know.
Never.
And then he was just like, oh yeah, bro, you nervous? And then I was like, dude, whatever happens, happens. Let's have a good one.
Dude,
like,
yeah, you told me you said
cool.
that. I remember you messaged me, because I messaged you after that or whatever, and I was like, bro, like, were you fucking nervous as shit, like, before that set or whatever? And you told me that, and I was like, oh, like, this guy was locked. Like, like this guy was having fun, bro.
Like, whatever happens, happens. And he was like, bro, you're so cool. And I was like, oh, yeah, you know, let's go. Good luck or whatever.
Yeah.
So the game starts and everything, and, you know, it's just that was just such a high octane set. Me versus Light.
The energy in that room was just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, the crowd was fucking insane.
Yes.
It was so loud. You know, everybody, like most people in the venue were rooting for me because, you know, Midwest and everything like that.
Dude, there was this one moment when you hit him with like up B and then you jumped and then chased his directional air dodge and then up beat again and up aired and killed him at like 110. Oh, yeah. And then when I saw that, I was like, oh, like he's not ready. I'm like, and he kept naring your shield and getting up B, and I'm like, wait, Toast is gonna win, dude. Like, fuck.
I remember one time he like nared on top of me, but the boomerang came back. So the boomerang made his nair like linger, so I upbeat him, and that's when I got that extension with the up B and the up B shit.
Yeah. That was so fucking clean, dude.
Yeah, that was just blow for blow.
I remember, like, that's one thing that always made me mad about you was, like, you always found some kind of bullshit to pull off. Do you remember that one set we played where you hit me with the up B, weak hit, up air, it's a strong up air, and it killed me, like, 95?
How the fuck did that kill you, bro? That was pre-patch.
I will never, ever forget how mad I was.
I was like, what?
Bro, I just remember thinking, I'm like, yo, this guy just always pulls out something to fucking beat me. And then you did the same shit versus Light. It's that clutch factor, baby.
Yeah. And then like what do you call it? Like I remember there's such a like mutual respect of like each other. I felt like during the set and everything. Like
Yep.
and like when he beat me game 2 and he popped off, I was like, bro, dude, I never thought I would get like worked up.
Bro,
like
you got
that.
him worked up in game 2. Like,
Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, I almost came back too.
You did.
And
You
then
did.
game 3
That's why
is,
he
like,
popped
the most
off.
important game. Yeah.
Because he did not
Game
want to go
3
down 2-0 there.
Yeah. Game 3, like, it was the game that decided set, in my opinion.
For sure, a swing game.
It was that game when, like, I started out strong, and then, like, Light just came back on me last stock. I remember he down tilted me, and I missed the tech accidentally off of his down tilt, like, 0. And then he, like, jab blocked me, like, dash tag, nair, dash tag, you know, up smash, down tilt, up smash.
Yeah. He started getting his shit going.
Oh shit, I'm in trouble. And then he got me without a jump at one point, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna lose this game. And then I slowly started fucking coming back. You know, you're like fucking.
Yep.
He deals so much damage.
Yep.
I brought it back to fucking last hit. And I remember, like, we kept spaghetting at ledge. He failed the ledge shot at me. I tried to fucking, like, down air him once. He tried to up air. He missed.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I remember I parried his nair. I think it was like a fucking crazy reaction because, like, I think he did, like, I think he double jump nared and, like, he did it, like, really low to the ground.
Yes, yeah.
And then I nared him off stage. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to nair him again. And then, like, I tried to go off and nair him. And then I grabbed the ledge. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
So he goes right under me because he barely misses the ledge. And then I nair him. He has attack. I'm like, oh, I'm going to choose him out with the up B, like, stage spike, multi-hit bullshit.
Oh, dude,
then,
that's so good against Fox.
I'm like, yeah. And then he falls out, but he doesn't have the angle to make it back. And then I win barely. And it was just, he destroyed me the next game. But after that, like, all the crowd.
Game 5, you fucking you turn up. Like, it was that was your game all the way.
Like, dude, I can finally do it. I can finally top 8 a major, dude. I can't wait.
Hell yeah.
So I just played my heart out, really.
And we don't got to talk about the next set. We don't got to talk. Hey, man, you made top 8, bro. That was a W, all right, bro. Leo won Frostbite, but Toast definitely was the second winner of Frostbite that weekend for sure. And then the Rona happened.
Yeah, haha, it's been pretty rough.
The Rona happened. I think it's just so, like, tragic, man. Like, the momentum that you had going and everything. But I do think it will set you up for, like, a really dope comeback story, 100%. And I know that you're going to, like, just, you know, you're going to fucking grind your ass off. You're going to, I have no doubt in your ability at all to, like, continue that momentum going forward. But how's it been, like, just coping with the fact that, like, you know, you were finally getting that rush. You were getting where you wanted to be. You were really, like, truly becoming a top player, and then you just got hit with some shit that was just completely out of your control.
Yeah. It, like, at first I thought, like, oh, maybe coronavirus will go away. And then, like, it quickly became a factor that it's going to be here for a really long time.
Yep. I remember in the beginning, we definitely thought, like, we had so much hope. We're like, yeah, this will be, like, a month, like, maybe a couple months. Like,
yeah, it won't be that long, but, yeah, it's been pretty rough, honestly. I was just, like, I remember, like, I would, like, lose in a Wi-Fi tournament and be like, dude, I had everything going for me, you know.
Yeah.
I was actually, like, becoming really good at the game that I've played since I was a kid and everything. Becoming a top player, and then it was just all ripped away.
Yep.
And it's been pretty rough dealing with that, but, you know, you just gotta accept it. You can't really change.
I mean, no good story isn't without its adversity, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, dude, I feel like you had it coming, bro. Your shit was going too well, bro. This shit was going too well. You're doing a little bit better every tourney. Like, you just hit top 8. I mean, I just remember watching. I'm like, this is just not how shit goes. Like, this man is supposed to get, like, 49th for at least a year. Like, what's going on here, bro? He was rising a little too quickly, but... What do you think? I'm curious about, from the perspective of somebody that doesn't play, like, Wi-Fi tournaments a lot and shit, what do you think about this kind of idea of, like, the meta progressing online and a lot of people, like, not really being there to, like, take part in that? And how will that affect them after Corona? What do you think?
So even though I don't play Wi-Fi tournaments as much anymore, at the beginning I started streaming and doing it, but then I got tired of it because I hated it.
Yeah.
But, like, it's... it's gonna be. I think the people who were good before will be good if they do decide to come back.
Agree,
and play.
100%.
But a lot of people are gonna be juiced out of their fucking minds. You know, like, I think Gabriel's, your Skittles, like Raven King, like all them.
Yes.
They're going to have a clear advantage over people who really actually only play, who just didn't play at all.
Yeah, man, I actually agree 100%, dude. Because
I think some people will quit because they're too rusty.
damn, I actually didn't think about that, but I think you might be right.
Yeah, like they'll be like, oh, you know, I can't play this game anymore. I suck now. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I think a lot of egos are gonna get hurt.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like that, so I think
Yeah.
that's what's gonna happen.
For
you know.
sure, dude. And then
I think we'll be fine, but you know.
I think like like another big thing, like one of the best things about Wi-Fi tournaments to me is, I mean, I think there's legitimately like 9 or 10 matchups at this point that I really don't feel confident in, that I know a lot about the matchup, and that's, I mean, I've learned like 20 new matchups that I was not like really forced to learn beforehand. And that's one thing I've always preached to people. Delay or not, like how easy or hard your character is to play or not, there is so much valuable matchup knowledge to be gained from playing Wi-Fi. And in Smash Ultimate, a game where it's literally like matchups are so important in this game. Matchup knowledge will literally carry you so hard in this game.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that carries me, because I played like before like all the tournaments, and even after, like even up until like Frostbite or whatever, I played online a lot.
Yeah.
You know, like grind servers and everything, like at least a few times a week, if not every day. You know, I was always playing, and a lot of people are just like, I'm just like, they're just like, oh, you know, I don't know how to get better. I'm like, do you play Wi-Fi? They're like, no. I'm like, yeah.
Do that, yeah. I used to say the exact same shit.
What am I supposed to tell you? Like,
you gotta fucking grind. You gotta play the game.
Yeah, by like only going to locals, you're like only playing with people around you. You gotta play other people.
And you're getting like what, like maybe four actually intense sets, and then you're going and playing random dittos with your homies or whatever for the rest of the night. Like that's not gonna cut it. Like
you're not gonna get that much better. That's why I feel like a lot of people stuck at like, you know, state level PR. Like they don't have nearly as much experience as they, you know, could have.
Exactly.
And that's why I really think that's
why it's always, I mean, it's like the holy trinity of like play Wi-Fi to learn matchups, leave your state, go get some new experiences, be under pressure, like face that adversity, and then also just like actually try to like learn the fundamentals of the game and what makes a good player like a good player.
A lot of people, they're not that great at the game because they don't know how to deal with certain playstyles. So playing a lot of people will definitely help you learn not only character matchups, but certain play styles, which is really important.
Oh, extremely important,
like,
dude.
You have the most aggressive Sonic in your region, but when you play fucking like I don't know, fucking Sonics, and like in pools of a tournament, if you don't know what the fucking,
you're gonna go down one stock and you're gonna lose the fucking game.
You're gonna get shit on.
Yes, absolutely. And that's something. I mean, that's something I dealt with a lot too. Is like. For the longest time, I mean, until I think maybe in the last few months I've made a lot of progress on it, but I could not deal with campy playstyles or runaway playstyles. I literally just could not deal with it. I would just run into people all day, and that's why I would lose to a lot of people locally that I shouldn't have been losing to, because I would just fall right into like playing into their hands, and that's because I was always just better than people, so I could just outwill people and just exert a lot of pressure on people. But once they start catching up, and now I'm like this egomaniac, and I'm not really making much progress, and I'm stuck in my own head, and then all of a sudden it's like a downward spiral. I'm like, oh shit. At least the good news is like the last few months, I think, especially because Wi-Fi, I mean, you just don't really have a choice. And I mean, it's got to the point where I was watching a clip of DeBuzz's stream, and he was saying that I was a camper. He was saying he's like,
what?
Yes, dude. He called me a camper.
That's what we like to hear.
Dude, he was like, I think Colinies messed up by going Smashville here, because his playstyle is just so methodical, just so focused on landing one arrow and opening up his opponent and camping in the corner. I'm like, what? And then I started watching some of my sets back, and I'm like, yo, I'm camping. Let's fucking go, baby. I'm toasting them up, baby. Let's get it.
Damn, bro, that sucks.
No. The toasting them up is just the way I describe your play style, and I think it's so perfect for Young Link. It's runaway. It's runaway.
Oh,
that's
boy.
what you do, because you don't really camp people. You don't like plank people or sit on one side of the stage. You take as much stage control as you need to play that mid-range, and then as soon as let's say you win that neutral interaction, then you'll like go in and get your damage and hold stage control. But if you don't win that neutral interaction, or like maybe they press like aggressively, you're just gonna run away and just stay right outside of their range and just try to like pick at them over and over again, and you're just like so consistently right in that range that you need to be. That's what was always so hard for me playing against you, is because when you play that kind of play style and with a character like Young Link, you can capitalize so much off of one overextension by your opponent, and I am the king of overextending. So I was getting, I mean, shit, dude, like, you know, we have some viewer questions that I'm going to go into right here, because we'll probably close it up after this, but I have a decent amount of viewer questions for you. The Young Link boys are curious, but I didn't really touch too much on our rivalry, because some of these questions are, this is pretty interesting. So first viewer question we have comes from my boy D4Z. He actually has 2 questions. I'll give you them individually, but first one is, what was it like beating Colin for the first time? I guess we kind of talked about that a little, but you can expand on it a little.
I guess a little bit. So like I said, at that time, like, my only goal of the game was just to get good or whatever, and like I knew you were definitely like one of the best Young Links and stuff. So it's just like, even like I said, even beating PR players, I was just like, that was like one of my main goals. Like, oh yeah, you know, maybe I can do that or whatever. But like, it was crazy, and like, especially because I hadn't like gone that much before that. It was insane. I was just like, wow, I'd be one of the best in Ohio. You know,
it's definitely motivating. I'm sure it was motivating.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
Very.
So basically, all your success like can be accredited to me. So, like I said, like I've told people a billion times, bro, if you beat Colonies, you are juiced after that. I don't know why. I'm like the perfect level of like notable and good enough that it feels like a really good win, but like beatable enough that it's like doable. But like, so like once you beat me, then it's like you just get gassed, and then you actually start beating like super good people. Second question from D4Z, and this one's actually really interesting. I'm curious to hear what you have to say about this. But what is the difference in play style between you and Colin?
Oh shit. I feel like the biggest thing, and it's kind of ambiguous, so I'm about to say, like, I feel like my decision making is just a bit better.
Agreed.
I feel like we both have like, I feel like you're obviously the more aggressive side. Like, you have those like crazy, super duper big extensions and stuff. Like, I kind of like I said, I kind of sit back and like maintain like stage control and general pressure, and I feel like the way I attack like shields and stuff is a bit more nuanced.
You play Young Link extremely optimally, and I also feel like not only is because sometimes I make great decisions, like I'll make like a super great decision, but your decision making is so consistently correct. Like it's like you play flowchart, but not to the point of being predictable as much as it is to the point of just like always doing the right thing, and then you can make a play when you need to make a play. That's what I've always felt like was the biggest difference between us, and you just were like, I feel like you were just so much more open to playing Smash Bros correctly than I was, because I was so like determined to like, I'm gonna beat people by being this flashy ass like player, and you know what, like all that shit. And then I remember like when I started seeing all the success that you were having and stuff, and I was just like sitting there, I'm like, bro, I'm in a dark place, bro. What do I gotta do? And I'm like, all right, I think I have to seriously start reevaluating, like, what do I play this game for? Do I play this game so that people will go, wow, he's sick? Or do I play this game to fucking win and be the best player I can be? And once I came to that conclusion, I was like, yeah, so you're definitely probably the biggest influence on me trying to change my play style, but...
I know I've told you this before, but you're actually probably the young I've learned the most from.
That is...
Like, it's like you, Zan, and T easily.
Yeah, dude. I learned a lot from Zan for sure, too.
You guys are definitely...
It's crazy, though, because, you know, the weird thing about me is, like, especially in, like, the height of, like, being, like having, like, a huge ego and shit like that, is I really did not learn a lot from any other players until recently. Like, I just wouldn't... I don't know what it was. Like, I just refused to, like, learn from other people. Like, it's just it was stupid, but it did actually force me to, like, innovate a lot of different shit. Like, I'm pretty sure I was the first person that was doing, like, boomerang dares, like, the wall jump arrow shit, like, just a lot of, like, all that different stuff was just came from me kind of just, like, mashing and then being like, oh, shit, this works. And then, like, oh, shit, here we go. So...
I feel like my playstyle in general is, like, I watch like all the Young Links. Like I watch you, Skittles, Kobe, Semi, you
Yeah.
know, Straw Hat, Suinoko, you know, Tweak, obviously T, everybody like,
Dude, I think
you
you're a
know,
perfect
extra.
example of like doing things the right way in Smash. Like you did
I
things the
appreciate
right
that.
way. Like you learned from people, you were open, you asked questions, you had a good mentality, you played the game correctly. Like that is, I think you are a testament of like what fundamentals in like just doing the right things can, how far it can take you for sure. Whereas I think
No
I'm more of
problem.
like a tweak ass motherfucker where we just try to like force our will and we just like we'll get pissed and we'll try to just play like that and like shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
You're like a Busby ass player. That's what you are right
A
there.
buzz, a buzz.
I got much love for Busby. Don't worry.
Oh man.
All right, this next
Yeah, I
question
love it.
comes in from Kazi, and he says, "Why do you play Young Link?" It's a fair enough
I
question,
play
I
Young
guess.
Link. Well, I mean, I really do think he's the most fun character that I play in the game. Like,
Agreed, 100%.
I don't even know if I'd still be playing. I probably would still be playing. I don't know who I would play at all though. If Young Link wasn't in the game,
Dude, it
He
would just be so
clicks with me.
boring, bro. Imagine playing
Dude,
Wolf
I
or
know.
something. It's so boring,
Imagine
dude.
playing like Mario for hours. Like, bro, come on. No disrespect to Dark Busy, but like,
Yeah.
bro, I'd be doing the up air, fucking.
Those are
shit
the real
all the
psychos
time.
right there, bro. The Dark Wizards of the
Oh,
world,
man.
man.
Oh man, Wizzy's character is broken, and I still feel like Mario's pretty free form, but like I feel like I get bored eventually.
I
But
feel
yeah,
that,
he's just the
dude.
most fun character, man. There's so much you can do with him. Like I mostly play like from the mid range and stuff, as you probably know, and like as a Corn Lucas main, that's what you had to do.
Yep.
So just the character kind of just like there's a lot of overlap when I first started playing, and it worked really really well. So I mean, like just fits my playstyle a lot, and the most fun character I think. Yeah, and I think like the fact that he's so flexible, and the fact that like one of the things I think that carried me over from Smash 4 is the fact that I knew how to deal with characters from Smash 4, like
Mhm.
the general idea, and a lot of characters didn't change too much. So like, there's the fact that I can apply that to the characters, just like feels so good.
I feel that 100%. So wait,
It's sick.
are you my age? Are you 20 or are you 21 or 19?
I'm 19.
You're 19. Okay, that's what I thought.
I turned 20 in approximately 17 days.
Wait, when's your birthday?
September 27th.
Okay, so yeah, we have pretty close birthdays. Mine's October 13th. Libra
Oh
gang.
yeah.
Anyways,
Hey, yeah.
so my boy Kazi, he asked, as a young Smash player, how did you begin to play competitively, and what about the competitive scene surprised you? So I know that we kind of touched on the first
Yeah, we
part,
kinda
but
touched on that.
what about the competitive scene kind of surprised you? Because it definitely can be interesting when you're a new player coming into it.
Just the fact that a bunch of people from like different walks of life can do it is like, or like, I guess like the way people carry themselves and like
Mhm.
just like the grassroots, you know,
Yup.
crowd, we're all in this together feeling. I guess it's like that's the part that like I had to get used to the most, and I've actually really enjoyed that.
The
aspect
coolest thing
anyway,
for
so.
me, I remember when I was like first really getting introduced to like the Ohio Smash scene and stuff, was like it was crazy to see like you would see like people who were football players in high school mixed with like the biggest weebs on earth and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
people that never leave their house mixed with like frat boys and shit. Like you would see everyone, but the thing was it was always a good vibe because it's just everybody there had that common love for Smash
Yeah.
Brothers. Like no matter what,
Yeah.
like everyone
Yeah.
there had that one uniting thing. That to me was like very surprising, especially coming
Easily.
from Call of Duty where I came from, where it was like, you know, the COD scene is like is
A
dope.
bunch of like 20-year-olds and
Yeah, the
like,
COD scene is dope,
Yeah.
but it's just like it doesn't feel grassroots. You know, everybody is
Yeah.
trying to get that contract. Everybody's trying to
I
like
hear
get
that,
into the
yeah.
league and shit like that.
I know
Whereas
with like league and stuff where it's like that too.
100%, yeah. So that's a good answer. My boy Cyan Boy, this is actually a really interesting question, I think. He says, in what ways has your growth as a Smash player affected your everyday life, like maybe socially, mentally, physically? Do you think choosing to play Smash competitively was the best choice for you when facing these factors of life?
I do think it is probably one of the better paths I could have taken easily.
Agreed, yeah.
I think like if I wasn't playing Smash right now, I'd just be like a bored, you know, college student just making do the runs. I mean, I'd still enjoy what I was doing. Obviously, I love like my major and everything, my minor. Everything. I'm
Mhm.
passionate about what I study, but like Smash has opened up like so many opportunities for me, and I love the game. I love people. I love like the Ohio scene, the North Carolina
Mhm.
scene, all of them. quite a lot, and I've met some of my best friends from Smash actually.
For sure,
So,
dude. And
yeah,
also, I think one really cool thing about Smash or playing anything competitively, like really stretching yourself, is like it forces you to go outside of your comfort zone. It forces you to tackle problems with your personality. Like for me, like having an ego problem or just having like mentality problems, like if you truly want to make it in like a competitive environment, you have to learn how to like develop yourself as a person. And like you have, because there's so much out of the game that affects your performance. And I think for me personally, like playing Smash really, it really was like a big, it's kind of like my college experience almost, you know. It was like it kind of like forced me to go out there and sleep on some hotel room floors and like learn how to get along with people that I didn't like. And like
you get like the fucking, you either get it better or you get like the fucking ground.
Dude, I've slept in bathtubs. I've slept on the I've slept on the ground. I've slept on couch cushions. I've slept on a lot of shit, dude.
Yep. The couch. Yep.
All right. Next question comes from my boy Script, who says, "What were some changes in your mentality from when you were a low-level player into becoming like high-level to top-level?"
Oh wow, that's a hard.
That is a hard question. You're facing the hard ones here on the player's perspective with Colinies TV.
Oh boy. So like, I mean, like, my mentality. Oh yeah, I remember like one of the first things was like, I used. Funny thing about me, I'm actually an emotional player, but I don't know why. But ever since Ultimate, ever since like I started going to stuff, I guess because I stopped like getting so like hungover over my losses. It's just like I just kind of kept it. I've been keeping it together. Mostly.
Yeah, which is a lot harder, easier said than done.
Yeah, and like I feel like, especially like recently, I've been just taking the game for what it is. That's just, I think that's a big...
Dude, I feel that 1,000%, man.
Like, you're gonna get fucking gyro combo by Rob. You're gonna get fucking Arsene Bear, dude. Like, whatever happens. If you love the game, you'll keep playing it probably. Like, even to the people who are just like, oh yeah, I'm not a Smash person. I'm just a person who plays Smash. No, you play the game a lot. I'm sure you're probably quite addicted to the game.
Yes.
But, like, it's just like...
The shield of, like, man, I remember, like, I mean, you know this just as well as anybody, but, I mean, I didn't go a single day without complaining immensely about something in Smash.
Dude, I remember those days, bro, like, when I would do that too.
Yeah, dude, like, and I think some people are able to, like, get past this, or, like, they still complain all the time and they're still, like, super good, whatever, right? I know, I learned at a certain point that I was not one of those people, and that if I was going to truly, like, go to that next level, I had to just learn, like, you just got to accept the game for what it is. You can't change it. And sometimes you're going to get horsed. Sometimes you're going to horse people. And that's just the way it goes, dude. And, like,
take and give the way.
You either accept it or you just stop wasting your time. Like, I got to that point and I realized that. I think that's a really insightful answer, for sure. Yeah. All right, my boy Spencer, he says, what advice would you give to Smash players trying to get their play to a new level? Trying to break a ceiling, kind of.
Break a ceiling. So, I actually talked about, that's like when I first went to the loft, that's one of the things I talked about with Cosmos. But like we didn't really talk about that, but I remember telling him I was hitting a ceiling. But like, I guess like someone hitting a ceiling, honestly, I feel like one of the bigger things is like learning the depth of the game and like optimizing and also like reviewing your play is really, really good.
Yes.
If you like review your VODs with like a friend of a similar level or like someone who could be like better than you,
get an outside perspective.
Yeah, get it. Yep, you're exactly right. I think that's a very important aspect of like how like you get better and just like I said, just like even if you do small things like going in training mode every day, just testing combos, even if you don't have obviously the training mode mod pack. Like I used to go and determine a bait FD every day, practice like bear combos, see what works.
Dude, even just like your movement, your character control, just like being able to make sure that when you pick up the controller, that like you're not fumbling around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially like I feel like another thing is also like make sure you warm up before you play if you're playing like a serious set.
Yeah.
I feel like that's important too.
I agree.
That's like a small thing, but yeah.
And find out like how warm up works best for you.
Yeah. One thing in the zone best is really good too. Oh my god, I forgot about that. You can go. I'll talk after you say.
Well, all I was gonna say is like for me, one thing that I learned is like I don't really get great warm up from like playing against people. Because a lot of times I just find that like if it's not an intense that level of intensity that I need, that it doesn't really do much for me. The best kind of warm up that I can get is just to literally go into like a fucking one player, or like just go in against have a second controller, just put a random character, put them in the side corner, and just like practice movement, practice just visualizing what I want to do in my next set, just shit like that to just kind of make sure that my hands are going, like my brain is in the right place, like stuff like that. That helps me more than like sitting down and playing against somebody who's like talking to me the entire time or whatever. You know what I mean? Like shit like that.
I usually put my headphones on if I'm warming up at a major and I'm playing friends with someone. But something really, really important, something I learned. Okay, so I know a lot of people say that they don't play with audio, but I feel like it is so damn important. Whenever I put on my headset, I just calm myself down and I think, oh yeah, you know, I fucking man spread. I'm just like, you know, I'm like, okay, it's bracket, it's serious, let's go.
Yeah.
And then, like, I focus on the game. I hear yelling sounds. Hearing that little fucker scream, it's just like I feel so in the zone, and like I can see the characters, I can see what they're doing, I can focus hard, I can see how moves are spaced, I can see how to you know, like move around them, I can see how to, like when I can parry them, you know.
Dude, that is actually such an important thing that you touched on, that is like very rarely talked about, is having some kind of trigger to get you into that tournament level intensity. And for a lot of people it's different things. For me, I definitely have found that like music, like if I get that right song or something, like I get layer cake going or whatever, and I just, for some reason, like for some people it's like a visual cue, like maybe you see something that your opponent does or you do, whatever it is, you just have to like kind of brainwash yourself into like, you see something or you hear something, and that is like, you focus on that, and now you're in the game. You know what I mean? Now you're like zoned into the game. You're not thinking and shit. You're not in your own head, stuff like that. That's why I play with headphones, because crowd noise or like hearing people talk.
Hearing people talk, it fucks with me, dude.
It's so hard to deal with, yeah. For sure. Having audio, like whether it's music, whether it's in game, like I don't mind either way, really. I usually resort to my own music because it's like the most consistent thing I can have. Because sometimes you go to tournaments and like you just won't be able to get game sound, or like it'll be like some jank shit or something. Like I don't know though. Bro, it's so funny. That's something I haven't thought about in such a long time, because now I'm so privileged. I'm sitting here playing in my room on stream, and I have music, and I have the game sound, and I have it all put together. Like it's one of those things I'm gonna have to think about when tournaments come back. But that's actually, I'm glad you touched on that.
I make sure like I'm in that mindset. Like every time I'm at the play set, and like, I get excited or like, you know, right before the set, and I'm like, okay, let's do it. You know, like I sit there, same position every goddamn time. You already know.
Oh yeah.
I know I've heard you complain about me like.
Oh, I hate your man spreading.
All the space in the.
Dude, chat, you guys have no idea, dude. This guy sits down for a match. Like we're playing in Ken Combo in this little ass room, 60 people crammed in there. We're playing on stream. I'm sitting up against a fucking wall. This guy is sitting in the dead middle of the monitor, legs spread out. I don't even know how you do that shit, bro. It hurts my hamstrings just trying to do this.
I sit like this.
Yes.
Basically.
Like, dude.
That's just how I'm most comfortable. I don't know why. I don't like going like this or whatever, like going like that.
Elbows on the knees. Elbows on the knees. Fucking, like, locked in. Yeah. I remember when me and Cosmos, like, when we first started playing against you and shit, we had one session where, like, yo, let's both just try to play like toast, and let's see if this is actually, like, elites. Like, if this is, like, a godlike way to play. Did it work? It kind of worked. Yeah, it kind of worked.
Did it? Oh,
we just couldn't keep it up for long. I'm telling you, I was about to pull a hamstring, dude. But it does get me locked in, I will say. I started doing that shit a little bit.
It's insane, man.
I can't do the man spread, though. I just can't do it, bro.
It's just my thing, I guess.
I respect you. I respect it, man. That is your thing for sure. And our last question comes in from Infinite, and this is an interesting one that I think you can touch on. As a freshman in college, can you recommend how to stay active in game while also keeping track of school?
Okay, so one thing that's really important is definitely like I said, practicing the control of your character every day is really good, even if you can't grind with anybody.
Yep, that is facts.
If you are serious, like I said, you definitely want to grind on Wi-Fi with people who are pretty good, learn a lot of new matchups, learn how to play neutral against certain characters. First, the school aspect, like, I'd say one of the biggest things is starting your work early. Then you have a lot of
actually being like disciplined.
You have a lot of time to do stuff. Yeah, I've been in the habit of that, especially lately. Just starting my work early and just like focusing on that. So like, cause you know, Smash is always gonna be there when you're done your schoolwork, but you get a degree during a like point of time, and a lot of people want to graduate early, and you know, not fail classes, obviously. So it's just like,
I'm glad
just
somebody asked you this
take
question
your
because
hand in
this
the
is a
game.
question that I could never help people with, dude.
Oh yeah.
I'm like
Yeah.
that is the most do as I say, not as I do like question for me because
Yeah, it's an important
I did
one.
not handle that well at all.
Yeah, it's really important.
I
to
remember
just-
there was times where like you couldn't go to locals because you had like some shit you had to do for school and stuff
Dude,
like that.
I remember that. Yeah, I would like have like a CS lab due, or like I would have like something due that day, and then I just wouldn't go to locals, and I would pop up later.
Yeah, you
like,
pop
I
up later. You
remember
just see me in like one of his finals. I just see you. I'm like, yeah, brother. Yeah, brother.
that.
I would just look
Yeah.
around and be like, hey, where's Toast? And they're like, oh, he has something going on. And
You
inside,
gotta get it done.
deep inside my heart, I'm like, fuck, thank fucking God. But then like, there's also another part of me that's also like, God damn it. Like today, like, because every single time I was going to a local for that like 2 or 3 month stretch, I was just thinking to myself, I mean, dude, I could pull that shit out right now. I had 2 full pages of notes on your playstyle. I had
Oh my god.
legit, bro. I was determined. Like, do you remember how hard I raged after our last set?
Dude,
I mean, I don't think I've ever tried harder at anything in my entire life than I tried in that
Yeah.
set, bro. Like,
yeah, I remember I was down 1-2, and I was like, shit, I gotta fucking move
bro,
this.
that game on Lilac, I was cracked, dude. I
Dude,
remember
you
I
were
parried like
fucking moving
3
it.
hits of back air.
I remember like every day, like every time we play, I was like, this might be the
This-
day, bro. This might be the day, but I can't let that happen.
Bro, you know how pissed I was that that quarantine happened? The first thing I thought, like literally the first thing I thought to myself was like, dude, I'm not gonna get to like beat Toast for another like 2 or 3 months.
It's gonna be a long.
And then time just kept going and
go.
going. I'm like, bro, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. One of my main motivations in trying to get better during this time is like when we get back to offline, like I want to fucking sun you. Like I want to,
Bro,
I want
don't
us
worry,
to sit
I kept
down.
it in mind. I've been trying to train against like the shit you do too.
Bro, I've been playing against
I
Skittles
don't
and
wanna
shit, and I'm
lose.
just like rubbing my hands together. I'm like, yeah, let's learn this matchup a little bit better. Yeah.
I see you've had his number for quite a few times lately.
Yeah,
That's made me
he's
think,
won the
like,
last 2
I'm just
sets
like-
though, sadly, bro.
Yeah.
The last one had
Oh,
mad
yeah.
delay though. I didn't say nothing, but you know that shit was laggy. Alright, you know I'm just
It
saying.
do be like that.
The
sometimes.
30
It's like,
hertz. Yeah, H-Box was in the arena, bro. It was tough scenes.
Oh no, you playing on 30, bro.
Yo,
Yeah,
this
that's
dude
good.
Cosmos just came in my chat, said, bro, I swear Colonies is an NPC. He looked the same every day, always wearing that jacket. This is the
Yo, I'm
first
sorry,
time
no
I
one
broke
says-
this out in fucking
Dude.
6 months. Like, what are you talking about? You wear the same SmashCon shirt every fucking day. You're
Dude,
the
no
NPC. What the hell?
No one talks about like my fit at majors, but I wear the same blue hoodie to like every fucking tournament.
Yeah, I used to do that
Every
same
time.
shit too. I used to wear that
Dude,
gray
every
Jordan
time.
jacket to every
But,
single
I
tournament.
can probably find it. It's somewhere over there.
I bet you can't, dude. That's
Yeah.
one thing. When you come back after quarantine, dude, you need to be gassed, bro. You need to start wearing. You need to have like a Gucci backpack or some shit. Like just go full bougie mode on everybody, bro.
I don't know about that, man. I'm making the local money no more.
That is
I'm
true.
making the local money no more.
That is tough scenes right there, brother. You can play the juice
Yeah.
box and get $15 for third, man.
Bro, that's one of the reasons that I don't play. Like, dude, I don't want to fucking lose to Edward Gabriel for like 4th and like get nothing.
Dude, don't even get me started,
Like
bro.
dog shit.
Listen, man. I got a lot of respect for H-Box. I know how much
Yeah,
money
I do
10,000
too.
subs a month is. I know the
Dude,
exact amount.
He's the real winner here. He's farming, bro.
He's farming.
He's raking it in. He's raking it in.
He is farming for these tournaments to have $150 prize pools.
Dude, it's
$150. I mean, listen, dude. Listen.
Crazy.
You earned your money. You can do whatever you want with it. I respect that. I respect the hustle. I respect the grinds. But, like, shit, man. Can you throw a bone to the people out here, to these kids out here fucking grinding Wi-Fi tourneys every single day and shit? Like, I don't know, man. It's a touchy subject because it's like I am appreciative of him running the tournaments. I am appreciative
Yeah,
of
yeah, no,
without the
absolutely.
box at this point, we would be kind of fucked. Like
The fact that
everybody
they,
else
they,
left, you know.
Yeah, the fact that they even have prize pools for free entering Wi-Fi. Well, I mean, I guess like subs, it's not free. but,
Yeah.
like, it's. I mean, like we could be playing for like we could be having like $10 venue fee, and then you have like fucking like not that much prize money, but like it's something. I guess.
It is something, and I do respect it. But all I'm saying is,
appreciate it.
and I hope everyone holds me true to this. Like, if I am ever at that point where I'm at like 5,000 to 10,000 subs and I'm running tournaments once a week, like, there's gonna be some fat prize pools for that shit. Like
Yeah.
you gotta give back to the people that made you rich. You know what I mean? if you're gonna get rich off Smash, you gotta give back to the people that made you rich, because
Yeah,
nobody
bro.
knows better than the Smash players themselves how much of a struggle it can be to try to play this game professionally. And I don't know, like, I'm not trying to throw shade or nothing, and I'm sure they have their reasons and everything like that. And like I said, I'm very grateful that we have that tournament every week, because it is ran very, very well. And for me personally, it's always the highlight of my week is playing in that tournament. But I do really wish that it would have a bigger prize pool.
Yeah, I'd probably actually be playing them though if they all had bigger prize pools, because I would have more incentive.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, $150. I mean, getting like, I mean, top 3 payout in a 512 man bracket is just tough scenes, bro.
dude, it's just like the mental fortitude you have to go fighting fucking like Wi-Fi Rob, Ness, like
Ike.
you know, all Cloud, all those goddamn characters. It's just like, bro, I could be picking up a fucking football. I could be like, I could be studying for class.
You ain't picking
I
up
could be
no
playing
fucking
another
football.
game.
Shut your ass up. I know that ain't. I didn't know that ain't happening.
Hey man, I fenced in high school.
You fenced in?
So yeah, yeah, that's something.
Wow,
That's
really?
something.
Your high school
Yeah, I
had
did.
fencing.
Yeah, we did.
That is interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
I used to ball in kids back in the city league, you know, back in like I made the 5th grade basketball travel team. All right, I still have my jersey in my closet to this day. You know, I was the All-Star Game MVP in baseball when I was 11 years old. You know, most of my accomplishments in athletics kind of dip out around 12 years old, and then I started playing Super Smash Bros. And I got really fat, and that was that.
Yeah.
I was a chunky boy. You didn't get to meet thick Colinies, bro.
Dude, I remember people said they would call you like Bobby Hill.
Oh, don't even get me started, dude. I would get ratioed
man.
before ratioed was a thing, dude. I would get ratioed on Facebook, bro. I'm not kidding, dude. I would post a new profile picture, like I would take a mirror selfie. You know, I was feeling myself. I was chilling, and then all of a sudden I see dudes in the Ohio Smash scene, bro. I remember this one guy. His name is Katagetti, and he would comment. I don't know if he had notifications on for my shit or what.
Frame one.
But frame 1, like I took this mirror selfie this one time. Literally frame 1, I go to see the comments, and I just see this picture, and it's literally like this fat kid with like Bobby Hill photoshopped over his face, like taking a mirror selfie, and that shit had more likes than my post had. And everybody was in the comments just roasting me. Even my grandma. Yes, my grandma goes, I tend to agree with these comments. A smile would be nice. Or something like that. And then everyone's replying to my grandma's shit. They're gassing her up. Like, they're like, yo, even Granny's in on this. Like, it was bad, bro.
Bro.
It was tough scenes, dude. I actually might pull this up on stream.
No, man.
I might pull this up on stream because I don't want people to think I'm capping about this. This is how tough of a scene my life was as a teenager, dude. I went through it, man.
Yeah.
It's so funny because people always come into my stream. They're like, I could never imagine you being like overweight or anything. Like, or they think I've just been like this skinny kid all my life. Not the case, bro. Not the case.
Yeah, oh man, I didn't know about all the grandma.
No, you didn't want to know that, Colin. Bro, I was toxic.
I heard you were like a problem. I heard you were toxic. They told me.
If you were a TO, bro, you were. Whoo, shit.
I've heard stories.
All right, I found it, bro. I'm gonna put this up on stream, dude.
No.
This is so funny to me. Oh god, I can't believe I'm showing you guys this shit. All right, so this is my mirror selfie. You know, I was feeling myself. I had 2 hoodies on in this fucking picture, by the way. 2 hoodies. And then look at this comment right here, bro. Look at this shit. And then these are all people from the. And look, there's Max Ketchum in here. Bro, I just fucking Marcus says I'm so fucking done calling 911 because Jared just killed me with that one. My god, this is accurate as fuck. Max Ketchum looking tough, son. Oh my. And then here's Grandma's comment. Please do a better one. This looks too common. I can't believe she said that shit.
God.
And then here's Dyer or Aaron tagging me in this. My dad says Gmaw ripping you. ... Aaron says that boy Colin getting torn up.
Lord.
So I said Colin crispy as fuck. Let's go, Nolan. And then this dude says, look, this comment geeks me, bro. This comment geeks me. Bruh, take your hood off. Style that hair and smile. You got the looks. Flaunt 'em. And then this dude says, this critique makes me uncomfortable.
God damn.
And then I just said, this is why I don't post on Facebook.
Dude, Fucking Facebook.
Someone said I reactivated my Facebook just to like that comment. Oh shit, bro. These were dark days, man. These were dark days.
Man.
Oh
Dude.
shit.
During those days probably were the days where I was like a fucking squeaker, bro. My voice used to be way higher than it was.
Oh, I bet. You probably went through it. Did you go through like a crazy growth spurt or something?
Yeah. So like I was even like that tall at the beginning of high school, and then I just shot
I
up.
figured. I don't know why, but I could just tell that you were one of them dudes that like you used to be like a little ass squeaker, and then one day you walked in, and then like the basketball coach is like hitting you up or something. Like
Yeah. I spiked up at one point.
My dad, when he was in high school, because I'm like 5'10", right? And my dad was like 5'10" when he's like a sophomore in high school, and he's like, oh yeah, that summer I just had this crazy growth spurt. My dad's like 6'2", and I was just sitting there waiting. I'm like, yeah, man, my growth spurt's coming soon. Like I'm about to be on the team, bro. I'm about to be getting hella bitches. Like this is about to be lit. And then it just never came. It never ever came. And I was like overweight, and everyone was like, oh, just don't worry, you're gonna get taller, like you'll thin out or whatever. I just kept getting fatter.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit.
No. Yeah.
I had to take matters into my own hand at one point. And that's how I became the most ripped and fit gamer on Twitch. All right. Anyways, though, man, I think we're going to wrap it up here. This was very, very fun. Thank you so much for coming on to the show, dude.
Excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, man, for sure. It was very... I think you did a great job. I think you killed it.
Thanks.
I think a lot of people will find a lot of the information in here very, very useful and informative.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later, bro. Thank you so much for coming on, for real.
See you, man. Thank you for having me.
Go
man.
follow Toast
Take
on
care.
Twitter at Toast.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Or WTF FTW. Go shoot him a follow. Best Young Link player in the world for now.
For now.
All right. I'll talk to you later, broski.
All
All right. Peace
See ya.
out, man.